A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Has he shown up yet, Bertie?
Not yet, Leroy, but he'll be here. You can count on Mr. Gillsleeve.
Gosh, what a long vacation. Why doesn't he shake a leg?
Well, he's coming. You can count on Mr. Gillsleeve.
That's right, Bertie. He'll be here in a minute. Tonight, in the first of a new fall and winter series of Wednesday evening broadcasts, the Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products. And here's great news about Parquet margarine, that wonderful tasting margarine made by Kraft. Where state laws permit, you can now buy yellow Parquet, already colored and ready to serve, in a new foil wrap and at a new low price. That's right. Each quarter pound in the new Parquet package is now individually wrapped in new Flavor Saver aluminum foil to seal freshness and flavor in, keep staleness and odor out. Now, the margarine that tastes so good because it's always fresh is actually fresher, better tasting than ever. And listen to this. Since the repeal of the federal tax on colored margarine, grocers now sell yellow Parquet at a new low price, lowest in history. If you live where yellow margarine is sold, get Parquet tomorrow in its new Flavor Saver foil at its new low cost. Elsewhere, get Parquet in the handy Color Quick bag or regular package. Get Parkay, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Well, it's been pretty quiet around the Great Gildersleeve's house this summer. The water commissioner has been away on a long vacation. But today, the household returned to life. Bertie, the housekeeper, swept off the welcome mat and put the leaf back in the dining room table.
Yes, sir. I'm sure glad he's coming back. This family without Miss Gillsleeve is like a hot dog with no mustard.
Hey, Bertie, look.
Good heavens, Leroy. What happened to your hair?
I got a haircut. Surprise for Uncle Mort. Keen, huh?
You got no hair left.
Yeah, it's a butch.
Butch? With that sunburned neck and that white dome, you look like old Baldy.
Yeah. Anybody heard from Uncle Mort?
No, but he's going to be here any minute. Now, you go get cleaned up and help straighten up the house. We want things looking nice around here when your uncle comes.
Well, holy cow, where's Marge? Why doesn't she do something?
You don't need to worry about your sister. Miss Marjorie and Mr. Bronco's got their little apartment upstairs as neat as a pin. Mr. Bronco even cleaned out the basement.
Hey, what's been going on with Marge and Bronco today?
What do you mean?
Well, they've been acting kind of funny. I heard a big racket upstairs this morning, and all day Bronco's been going around wearing dark glasses.
What's wrong with a man wearing dark glasses?
In the basement?
Don't matter to me what Mr. Bronco wears. What makes you so nosy, Leroy? You're the nosiest boy.
Well, there's something going on.
Oh, Bertie.
Yes, Miss Marjorie?
Do we have any steak in the icebox?
Steak? You want to cook it?
No, I need it upstairs.
What you gonna do with steak upstairs?
It's none of your business.
You see, Bertie, I told you there was something.
Leroy, you hush. There's a steak in the icebox for dinner, Miss Marjorie. You can take some of that.
Well, thanks, Bertie. And I need some adhesive tape.
Steak and adhesive tape? What you gonna do, put the cow back together?
Here's the tape.
Thanks, Bertie.
What's she gonna do with that stuff?
Leroy, stop being so nosy.
Well, gee whiz.
Somebody's at the front door.
Hey, it's Uncle Mort.
Oh,
it's Uncle Mort.
Hello, everybody. Leroy, Marjorie, Bronco, Bertie, I'm home.
Oh, hello.
Hi,
Well, Leroy, little Leroy.
Oh, boy, I'm told.
Sure. Oh, don't squeeze too hard. You'll crush my cigars. Well, Bertie.
Welcome home, Mr. Gillsleeve.
Thank you, Bertie. By George, it's good to be home. Back with the little family again.
I'm sure glad to see you, Unc.
You are? Oh, what a lovable boy.
What'd you bring me?
Great. Well, I may have a little package in my valise with your name on it.
Oh, boy, you're the best uncle a kid ever had.
Sure.
My, you sure look fine, Mr. Gillsleeve.
Yes, I'm a new man, Bertie.
Where'd you stay, Unc?
Aspinola Hot Springs. Sulfur water, real mud baths.
That must have been high-powered mud. You even look different.
Well, the rest did your old uncle a lot of good, my boy. Say, where's Marjorie and Bronco?
Oh, Unky.
Hello, Marjorie. Little Marjorie.
Oh, Uncle Mort, we've missed you so.
Have you really? Well, I've missed you, too. All of you.
But, Unky, what have you done to yourself? Well, you look different.
He's been in the mud.
Aspinola Hot Springs, my dear. I feel as frisky as a colt. Well, that reminds me. Where's Bronco?
Bronco?
Yes, Bronco. Remember the man you married?
Oh, Bronco. Well, he's upstairs.
Well, tell him to come down. This is a family reunion, and he's part of the family. Bronco!
Well, you see, Unky.
Bronco!
Oh, are you home, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Am I home?
Coming right down, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Why is he wearing those dark glasses? Feeling his way down the stairs.
Well, the sun is pretty bright, Unky.
Sun? There's no sun in here.
He's cuckoo.
Leroy, you hush up.
Welcome home. Glad to see you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, you're shaking hands with Bertie.
You're over here, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, take off those dark glasses.
Yes, sir.
Holy smoke.
Oh, brother, what a black eye. Bronco, what happened?
What happened?
Who hit you?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I can explain it, Unky. Bronco was lifting a suitcase down from the shelf in our closet and...
Now, wait a minute. You don't have a shelf in your closet.
We don't?
It's as plain as the nose on your face. Old Marge slugged him.
Well, you see, Mr. Gildersleeve, I was
He was getting a suitcase down from the shelf in the garage and...
The garage has been locked all the time I was away. And I had the key.
Oh. Well...
Gee, isn't this keen?
Leroy, you stop.
By George, somebody in this family is trying to hide something.
Yeah.
What in the world have you people been doing while I was gone?
Well, it's like this, Mr. Gildersleeve. I started to go down the stairs, see, and
You weren't going down the stairs.
But, Marge...
Now, wait. Whose black eye is this?
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, it was like this.
No, it wasn't that way, Unky.
Oh, for goodness sake. I turned my back for a second to take a month's vacation, and the family falls apart. Bronco, come into my study. I want to have a little talk with you.
Me too?
No.
Okay.
Now, sit down, Bronco, and let's...
Oh, thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll bet you had a swell time on your vacation.
Oh, yes. Now, Bronco, there's something going on.
It sure is fine to have you back, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thank you, Bronco. Now, if you and Marjorie...
It did you a lot of good, Mr. Gildersleeve. You're the picture of health.
Now, wait.
A man needs a vacation, Mr. Gildersleeve. And you took one.
Oh. Bronco, look me in the eye. With the one that's open.
Yes, sir?
Now, what happened?
Mr. Gildersleeve, a fella should always tell the truth. Isn't that right?
Certainly.
And if a fella can't tell the truth, he shouldn't tell anything. Don't you agree, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah, of course.
In the case of this black eye, I can't tell you the truth. My lips are sealed.
Who said so?
Marjorie.
Marjorie?
My wife.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Gildersleeve, someday when you get married, you'll understand.
Bronco, stop talking like my grandfather. You're just a boy. Just a youngster.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I've lived.
Yes, I can see that. Well, it doesn't matter to me, Bronco. I don't care what you and Marjorie do. Go your own way. I have too many other things to think about. We'll simply forget the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Don't bring your troubles to me. Not even interested.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm very busy, Bronco. Nothing else you want to talk to me about? You'd better run along.
Thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll see you later.
Ooh, what a boy. I wonder if he and Marjorie are having problems. They say the first year's the hardest. Still, Marjorie couldn't have hit him hard enough to give him that black eye. I don't know, though. You can't tell about women. They can be dangerous. I think I'll slip upstairs and talk to Marjorie. Oh, what a mess. By George, I got back from that vacation just in time. Marjorie, it's me.
Oh, what is it, Unky?
I'd like to talk to you. May I come in?
Well, certainly. The door isn't locked.
Well, your little apartment is very attractive.
Well, thank you, Unky.
Yes, indeed. Well, I haven't seen you in quite a while, my dear. Everything going all right, is it?
Oh, just fine, Unky.
You and Bronco are happy, are you?
Oh, yes, very happy.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. Yes, indeed. It's none of my business, but about Bronco. Has he been boxing lately?
No, not that I know of.
Well, not prying into your personal affairs, my dear. It's just that, well, it's nothing important. Certainly doesn't matter to me. Not in the least.
Poor Unky, you're dying of curiosity.
Me? Curious? Oh, Marjorie.
Uncle Mort, can you keep a secret?
Why, certainly. What kind of a secret?
You won't tell a soul?
Of course not.
All right. I'll tell you how Bronco got his black eye.
Well?
Well, this morning he started to run downstairs to tell Bertie and Leroy something, and I caught him by the shirt. Poor Bronco, he tripped and bumped his nose against the banister.
Oh, is that all that happened? Really?
That's all.
But what was you going to tell Bertie and Leroy that made you grab him by the shirt?
Well, that we're going to have a baby.
Oh, isn't that silly? You're going to have a what?
A baby.
A baby? A real baby? You?
Oh, Bronco was so excited he was going to run out and tell everybody.
Oh, Marjorie. My little Marjorie. I can't believe it.
Well, it's true, Unky.
A baby. You'll be a mother.
Well, you mustn't tell anybody. Not anybody for a while.
And nobody else knows about it?
Just you and I and Bronco. And the doctor.
Of course I won't tell anybody. We're going to have a baby. Our own baby. Oh, just think of it.
Isn't it wonderful, Unky?
Oh, Marjorie. Our own baby. All these years I've been a mother to you. Now I'll be a grandmother.
The Great Gildersleeve will return in just a moment. It's fresh.
Fresh.
Really fresh.
Fresh.
Always fresh.
Fresh.
That's why it tastes so good. It's Parquet margarine made by Kraft. And it's fresh. Really fresh. Blended fresh from top-grade products of American farms. Parquet is rushed fresh by truck to your store, sold fresh by your grocer. Every pound of Parquet is flavor dated, and grocer stocks are regularly checked by Kraft representatives. That's why Kraft can positively guarantee that the Parquet margarine you buy will be fresh, really fresh. And that's why it tastes so good. If you live where colored margarine is sold, get yellow Parquet in its new Flavor Saver foil at its new low price. Elsewhere, get Parquet in the handy Color Quick bag or regular package. In any package at any store, you'll be getting the margarine that tastes so good because it's fresh.
Really fresh.
That's Parkay, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Gildersleeve came home from his vacation and ran smack into a beautiful secret.
Oh, little Marjorie, expecting a baby. I never anticipated that she was anticipating. Oh, it's nice of her to trust her old uncle with the secret. And she was so cute about it, too.
Now remember, Unky, you mustn't tell anybody, not anybody. Don't breathe it to a soul.
Don't breathe it to a soul. Wonder how I can tell Peavy without breathing. Well, I can keep a secret. You can tell the water commissioner something without it leaking out. Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Vacation must have agreed with you. You're looking good.
I feel good, Peavy. In fact, I'm a new man.
You don't say.
Yeah, my head's in the clouds, Peavy.
So I see.
Peavy, wouldn't you like to know why I'm walking on air? Aren't you curious?
Well...
Not that I'm going to tell you. After all, this is strictly a family affair. Just concerns Marjorie and Bronco. And me. And the fourth party, who for the time being shall be nameless.
Oh, well, in that case...
Now, Peavy, don't try to pry. You can't get out of me.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I'm not...
You're pretty sly, Peavy. But I'm not talking. When I give somebody my word, I don't talk. My lips are sealed.
There's a leak somewhere.
But I'll tell you what I can do, since you're so interested. I can give you a hint.
No, I don't think you should do that, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Now, Peavy, whose secret is this?
How many people have you met since you heard it?
Peavy, you're a fellow jolly boy, so I'll give you one guess about what's going on in our little family. What do you think of when you look up there on your shelves at all that baby oil?
It's greasy.
Oh.
But I make 6 cents a bottle on it. That's pretty slick.
Sure. Peavy, you're not even interested in my secret. I'm getting out of here.
Very well. But, by the way, Mr. Gildersleeve, are you going to see Marjorie?
Marjorie? A little later, yes.
Well, will you be kind enough to give her this little prescription?
A prescription? What's in it?
Well, it's a pharmacist's secret.
Oh?
For expectant mothers.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Peavy, don't go jumping at conclusions. This prescription might not mean a thing. Marjorie could be ordering this medicine for me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Neither would I. Little Marjorie with a baby. By George, this is certainly going to be a hard secret to keep. But I'm not going to tell anybody. Think I'll stop in and see Judge Hooker. Haven't seen old Horace since my vacation.
Whereas the writ of habeas corpus was obtained by the party of the first part.
Lawyers. Look at him, making a speech to the wastebasket.
Therefore, gentlemen of the jury, my appeal to you is...
Judge!
Well, Gildy.
Judge, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my rebuttal.
Just like an old goat, always thinking about his rebuttal.
Now, Gildy, when did you return from your vacation?
Just got in, Horace. Did you miss the old water commissioner?
No.
What?
In fact, while you were away, the city water tasted much better.
All right, Judge. All right. You can't say anything that'll offend me today. I feel too good. Judge?
Yes, Gildy?
You're a fine old friend of the family.
Thank you.
Marjorie and Leroy's godfather and all.
Very true.
Old friend, I have a very confidential secret.
Oh?
That I can't tell you.
Oh, balderdash. Well, I have a secret, too, Gildy. Guess what I have in this box?
Judge, aren't you curious about my secret?
Take a look at the box, Gildy.
Get your nose out of that box, Horace, and listen to me. This is important.
My box is important, too.
Not as important as my news.
Look, Gildy. A football helmet.
A lawyer with a football helmet. Judge, guess what I found out when I came home?
But, Gildy, don't you want to know who it's for?
Ooh, all right, tell me who it's for, and then listen to my secret.
It's for Marjorie's and Bronco's baby.
Well, fine. I'll let you in on some... Marjorie and Bronco's baby.
Of course. You knew, didn't you?
Me? Why, of course. Certainly. I've known all along.
Why, naturally. Now then, what's your secret?
Secret? Don't get nosy, Judge. I don't go around telling secrets. I wonder how the old judge found out. Oh, half half the fun is taken out of this thing for me. Not being able to tell somebody who doesn't already know, receiving congratulations. Say, there's Floyd standing in the door of his barber shop. I don't need a haircut, but I'm going to tell somebody. Hello, Floyd.
Hiya, Grandpa.
Floyd! How did you know?
Don't kid yourself, Commish. I got more grapevines out than you got water mains. Come on in and get a haircut.
Well, I might get a light trim.
Boy. I'll just prune the bushes in the back. Now raise up your bottom chin so I can get the sheet around you. Boy.
Yes, Floyd, we're expecting a blessed event. This is the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me.
What's so wonderful about it?
What?
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see the kids expecting. But I hate to see this happen to you.
Floyd, what are you getting at?
Well, don't you get the picture, Commish? It ain't been no time since you were a gay, dashing blade. But what are you now?
Now?
You're a grandfather.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, you just been pushed back a generation. Old rocking chair's got you, Gramps.
Now, Floyd, just because Marjorie's having a baby doesn't make me any older.
Yeah? What about that pretty little nurse you used to squire around?
What do you mean, used to squire?
Well, is she going to want to be seen dating a grandfather?
Watch it, Floyd.
When you become a Grandpa, you might as well face it. Your courting days are over. You've been turned out to pasture.
Oh, Floyd, I won't really be a grandfather. After all, Marjorie isn't my real daughter. She's just my niece. I haven't even been married yet.
That's worse. Commish, you've been tossed out of the ball game before you come to bat.
Let me out of here. Where's my cane? I mean my hat.
Who's that?
It's me, Bertie.
Oh, I didn't think it was you walking so slow, Mr. Gillsleeve.
Yeah, I had a hard day, Bertie.
Yes, sir. But if you knew what I just heard is going to happen around this house, you'd be kicking up your heels.
What's this, Bertie?
Mr. Gillsleeve, you're going to be a grandfather.
No.
Yes, you are. You got every reason to be kicking up your heels. You're going to be a grandfather.
Now, Bertie.
Let's see you kick up them heels. You got every reason to.
Now, wait a minute,
Mr.
Bertie.
Gillsleeve, you know why you got every reason to kick up your heels?
Bertie?
That's right. You're going to be a grandfather.
My George, I'm going to put a stop to this. Bertie, come back here.
Yes, sir?
Bertie, now sit down. I want to have a talk with you.
Yes, sir.
You've got this all wrong. I'm not going to be a grandfather.
You ain't. But Miss Marjorie...
I know that. But I'm only Marjorie's uncle. If she has a baby, that doesn't make me a grandfather. Well, does it, Bertie?
No, sir. But you always been like a father to her.
Well, that may be.
She's been just like a daughter to you.
Yeah, yes, she has. But I'm not a grandfather. You understand that, Bertie?
Yes.
I want everybody in town to understand it. Mr. Peavy, the judge, all of them. I'm not a grandfather.
Yes, sir. Of course, if you don't want to be one, that's up to you. But all little babies need a grandfather.
Do?
Miss Marjorie ain't got no father to be the grandfather.
Well, no, she hasn't.
And that baby's going to need a grandfather. Babies need grandfathers to kitchy-coom and bounce them on their knees.
Well, I do have a way with babies.
Of course, if you want to pass up one of life's big rewards.
Rewards?
Yes, sir. When a man has fine children and grandchildren around him, that's life's big reward.
Well,
Besides, Mr. Gillsleeve, you're getting all of this when you're so young.
Young? Well, yes, but Bertie, nobody thinks of a grandfather as being young.
Yes, they do. Look at Miss Marlene Dietrich. She's a grandmother. What do you think of her?
Nice.
Of course, you ain't got legs like Miss Dietrich, but you don't need them.
No, Bertie.
She's a grandma, but she don't look it. She's still lovely.
Well, so am I. Bertie, it's going to be a good life.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bertie, is dinner ready?
Oh,
Hello, my boy. Sit down, Leroy. I want to let you in a little secret.
Yeah? What is it?
I'm going to be a grandfather.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. Marjorie's going to have a baby.
She is?
Leroy, what's the matter?
I'm too young to be an uncle.
Well, I'm too young to be a grandfather, but that's life, my boy. That's life.
The Great Gildersleeve will be right back. Remember, in states where the law permits, you can now get yellow parquet margarine already colored, ready to serve in the new aluminum foil Flavor Saver wrap and at a new low price. Elsewhere, get parquet in the Color Quick bag or regular package. In any package, it's the margarine that tastes so good because it's always fresh. Parkay, parquet margarine made by Kraft.
Is that you in the swing?
What? Oh, yes. Come on out, my boy.
What you doing?
Oh, just sitting here, looking at the stars, thinking.
Move over.
Yeah.
Unc, why don't you and me go to Canada?
Canada? What for?
Oh, who wants to stay around here with a darned old baby?
No, my boy, don't feel that way. Be a long time yet. Besides, this is going to make everybody very happy.
It isn't going to make me happy.
Oh, you wait and see. It'll probably be a boy.
I like it the way it is right now, with just us. When the darn old baby comes, it'll all be different. It'll be baby, baby, baby. Holy cow, all you hear is baby now, and he isn't even here yet.
Well, I'll tell you, my boy, you'll feel different when the little fellow gets here. There's something about a baby that's pretty wonderful.
Huh.
Oh, there is. Wait till Marjorie lets you hold him for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you how you do it. Yeah, I'll roll my coat up. You see? Now, this is the baby. You sort of cradle him in your arms like this. Such a little fellow. New to the world. And his bright little eyes look up at you. So wide and wondering. His little feet kick the blanket away. There's his toes. 10 of them. Then one of his little hands comes up and kind of touches your cheek. And he smiles.
Let me hold him, Unc.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Dick Trenna, Lillian Randolph, Earl Ross, Dick LeGrand, and Arthur Q. Bryan. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Want to taste something good? Well, next time you make a cold meat sandwich, don't forget to add a little Kraft prepared mustard. For when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Every bite tastes better. Now you can get 2 kinds of Kraft mustard. Salad mustard, delicately spiced for those who prefer a milder flavor, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Get both kinds. Then with every meat dish, hot or cold, just add a little mustard, and you'll add a lot of tang. Kraft's prepared mustard.
Next week, be sure to hear the Ronald Colmans and the Halls of Ivy on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you each week at this time by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the wonderful new Kraft Deluxe Slices. Now you can enjoy the most delicious pasteurized processed cheese you ever tasted. And you can enjoy it in perfect slices. That's right. Every neat half-pound package of Kraft Deluxe Slices holds 8 sandwich-sized slices of this delicious processed cheese. Slices you can depend on to be in perfect condition. None with dried edges or broken pieces, but really perfect slices because they're wrapped right in the spick-and-span Kraft plant, protected all the way to your kitchen. Tomorrow, look in your grocer's dairy case for those neat packages of extra delicious processed cheese, Kraft Deluxe Slices. Now let's see what's doing in Summerfield. The Great Gildersleeve worked later than usual at the water department today, and it's well into the winter evening as he turns the corner heading for home. Window lights glisten on the new snow, and our water commissioner's heart is warm with thoughts of home and fireside.
Yes, sir. This will be a fine night to gather the little family around the fireplace and pop some corn. Make up a batch of molasses candy. Well, Leroy.
Pull me home in my sled, will you?
Yeah, all right. Climb on. Yeah, I guess I can be a horse for half a block.
Okay, I'm on. Giddy up.
Here we go.
Oh, that's not like a horse.
Huh?
Put the rope in your mouth.
Now, my boy, let's just go along this way.
Okay,
Leroy, it's pretty late for you to be out playing. How does it happen you're not in the house?
Oh, old Marge is on the warpath. What a sister.
What's this about your sister?
I can't figure her out. Holy cow, if you look crosswise, she hollers that you're picking on her.
My goodness.
I went outside. Let Bronco put up with her. Poor guy, he's married to her.
Well, we have to be especially considerate of Marjorie right now, Leroy. You know, the baby will be along very soon. Makes a big difference. She's easily upset.
You're telling me. There's no living with her.
Yeah, I can see I should have come home earlier. This family falls to pieces when I'm not around.
I'm not falling to pieces. I got out.
Your trouble, Leroy, is you butt into other people's affairs. Marjorie and Bronco will get along fine if you just leave them alone.
All I said...
You shouldn't have said anything. Marjorie's very touchy right now. We simply have to go about the house quietly and happily, saying nothing.
Is that what you're going to do when you get home?
Absolutely.
This I got to see. Giddy up.
Hello, everybody. Marjorie, Bronco, Bertie, I'm home.
You see, you said something already.
Now you run along to bed, Leroy.
Can't I stay up and watch?
There's not going to be anything to watch. I'm home now. Everything's going to be fine.
Can I leave my door open?
Leroy.
Okay. Hello, Unky.
Good evening, Marjorie.
Good evening, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, Bronco, the young father soon to be.
Yeah. Oh, we're so happy, Unky. It just seems too wonderful to be true.
Isn't that sweet?
Oh, where's my hat, Marge? I'll go down to the drugstore and get that hand lotion you wanted.
Oh, your hat's on the table, darling. And will you get me a jar of face cream?
Oh, sure, honey.
You're a real lovebird, that Leroy.
Goodbye, darling.
Bronco.
What is it, honey?
You didn't even kiss me goodbye.
But I'm only going to the drugstore.
Well, what's your hurry?
No, just a minute.
But, darling...
Is the drugstore more important than your own wife?
Well, no, but the hand cream...
Why are you so anxious to get me hand cream?
I didn't say I was.
Aren't my hands attractive anymore? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yo, brother.
Marge, honey, but you asked me to go. You need the face cream.
Oh, now you're telling me I have wrinkles.
I didn't say that.
I'm just an old married woman with rough hands and an ugly face. I don't blame you for running off to the drugstore. You want to get away from me.
But, Marge...
Oh, my goodness.
You see what I mean, Unc? You see?
Leroy, you go to bed.
He doesn't love me anymore, Uncle Mort.
I do, Marge, I do. But you told me to go to the drugstore. Didn't she, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah, wait. Leave me out of this. I'm a neutral party.
He can't wait to get out of the house. You can see that, can't you, Uncle Mort?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, no. I didn't see anything.
Out for ya.
Go to bed.
Oh, Marge, I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Bronco loves his little darling.
Are you sure?
Cross my heart.
Be good to me, Bronco.
It's all over. They're in love again. Gildersleeve, you're clever. Bertie, you in the kitchen?
I'm here, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good. I wondered where you were.
I'm in the kitchen, and that's where I'm staying, in the kitchen.
Well, everything's all right now, Bertie. I'm home.
Only place to be around here is in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Bertie. But it's all straightened out now.
Been pretty lively around here today.
So I hear, Bertie. But I'm home now.
Yes. The way Miss Marjorie's acting, that stork is warming up for the takeoff.
Well, just do as I do, Bertie. Don't interfere. Just be neutral.
Yes. It's been stormy weather today with Miss Marjorie. I'd no sooner get upstairs to dust the bedrooms and bang, come the lightning, and I'd run to the kitchen.
Yeah, I know, Bertie.
And into the living room to dust the piano, bang, come the lightning, and I'd run to the kitchen.
Yeah, I understand, Bertie.
All I've been doing all day is dusting and running.
Well, Marjorie and Bronco have patched up all their little differences. The storms are over. And simply because I refuse to take sides, Bertie, that solved the whole thing.
You sure?
Positively. They're in the living room right now, billing and cooing. Yeah, George, it just proves that when young couples have difficulties at a time like this, it's because some older person interferes, tries to give advice.
Yes.
I know my hair looks dreadful. You don't have to tell me.
I didn't say that.
Bang, run for the kitchen.
Bertie!
I forgot we're in the kitchen.
I'm going upstairs right now.
Now what happened?
She went upstairs. Poor Marjorie. She's just not herself. Excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll go and see if I can help.
Ooh, what a family. Everything was so peaceful.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Come on in the kitchen, Bronco. It's the only safe place in the house.
I can't figure it out. What do I say? How do I say it so that she can make it come out something else?
Well, as I said before, Bronco, yeah, I'm not taking sides or giving any advice.
But if I only knew what to do. If it keeps on like this, I don't know if I'll live till the baby gets here.
Poor kid.
What would you do if you were in my shoes, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well...
You've lived longer than I have, and you always seem to know a lot about women.
Well, I do. When in doubt, Bronco, always let a woman have her way. Simply say yes to everything.
Everything?
Yes, indeed. Give Marjorie anything she wants. Promise her anything. Anything that'll make her happy.
Do you think that's safe?
Certainly. The situation won't last long. In another month or 6 weeks, the baby will be here. And it'll all be forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You bet.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I should have talked to you long ago.
Well, you've been pretty busy.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. There's a smart boy. Bread's going to feel good tonight. Midnight. Yeah, what the heck. It was an evening well spent. Getting Bronco straightened out. After all, why shouldn't I give him advice? Nothing wrong with telling a fellow to give a woman her own way. She'll get it eventually anyway. Bronco won't have any more problems. Neither will I. Oh, bed. Pretty neat the way I put Bronco on the right track. Just a matter of understanding people. Human nature. Maybe I ought to be a psychiatrist. Who's that? Who's in the hall?
It's I, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh? What are you doing prowling around in the dark, Bronco?
Marge wants me to get her purse. She left it in the car.
Can't you get it in the morning? It's perfectly safe. The garage is locked.
Marge wants me to get it now. You know what you told me, Mr. Gildersleeve. Sorry I woke you up.
Yeah, that's all right. I wonder if I can get back to sleep. Sure. Bronco will get Marjorie's purse, and then she'll be happy. And after all, that's the important thing. Gildersleeve, you have an instinctive sense of how to handle women. Bronco's just young and inexperienced, and that's all. Who's there?
It's I, Mr. Gildersleeve.
What's the matter now?
I'm going downstairs. Marge is in the sewing room reading. She wants me to get last Sunday's paper.
Yofer. Last Sunday's paper. Why doesn't she go to sleep?
She doesn't want to go to sleep. She wants last Sunday's paper. You know what you said, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, look in the back porch.
Okay.
Last Sunday's paper. All the silly ideas in the middle of the night. Still, anything to keep her happy. She'll read a while and drop off to sleep. Everybody will be happy. Of course, it's pretty tough on Bronco. Good is the only way. And she'll love him for it. That's the main thing. Psychiatrist, you'd better get some shut-eye. Bronco, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Now what's the matter?
Marge is hungry.
We'll get her a sandwich.
She doesn't want a sandwich.
What does she want?
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut? No, for heaven's sake. Ask Bertie if we have any.
I did. We haven't.
Well, tell Marjorie to go to sleep. This is ridiculous.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I did just as you told me. When she said, Bronco, I'm hungry for sauerkraut, I said, darling, I'll get you sauerkraut.
But, Bronco, where are you going to find it at this time of night?
I don't know, but I have to find it someplace. I did like you said. I promised.
You, brother, in the middle of the night hunting for sauerkraut.
What are we going to do, Mr. Gildersleeve?
There's only one thing to do. Psychiatrist, get off your couch.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Have you seen those neat, square packages marked Kraft Deluxe Slices in your grocer's dairy case? In every one of those neat packages, there are 8 perfect slices of the most delicious pasteurized processed cheese you've ever eaten. They're the wonderful new Kraft Deluxe Slices, and they're different from any sliced cheese you've ever had before. That's right, because instead of being cut from a loaf, these slices of extra good-tasting processed cheese are formed by an exclusive new Kraft invention. And this invention actually captures all the fine processed cheese flavor, more delicious flavor, in every slice. Then, so these slices will be sure to reach you in perfect condition, with no broken pieces or dried edges, they're wrapped right in the spick-and-span Kraft plant. 8 slices to a half-pound package. And every one of these slices is large enough to cover a slice of bread. So imagine how handy Kraft Deluxe Slices are for those quick cheese sandwiches and snacks you need so often. For a variety of cheese treats, you'll want to keep several kinds on hand. Those neat packages of Kraft Deluxe Slices take up so little room in your refrigerator, you can keep several kinds on hand always. So tomorrow, be sure to look in your grocer's dairy case for those handy slices of extra delicious processed cheese, Kraft Deluxe Slices. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. With Marjorie and Bronco anticipating a visit from the stork, our water commissioner is finding life a little complicated. For example, it's after midnight, and Bronco has awakened the great man to inform him that Marjorie is hungry. Does she want a sandwich? No. Glass of milk? No. She wants sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. In the middle of the night. Bronco, she must be dreaming.
No, she's not, Mr. Gildersleeve. She's sitting up reading a newspaper. That's where she got the idea.
What idea?
In the paper, there's a picture of a man pitching hay. She said it made her hungry for sauerkraut.
Your brother.
You told me to give her anything she wanted.
But this is impossible. There are no stores open. There's no place to get sauerkraut at this time of night.
But, Mr. Gildersleeve, you said that
Bronco, the trouble with you is you don't know when to be firm with Marjorie. Where to draw the line. You can't give in to every little whim. She won't respect you.
Well, I want to do everything I can.
Certainly, my boy. But you have to learn how to say no. She'll run you ragged.
Who's running ragged?
Leroy, get back in bed.
Who's running ragged?
Nobody.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
In the middle of the night?
Leroy.
Okay, I'm going. What a family.
What'll I do, Mr. Gildersleeve? I told Marge I'd get her some sauerkraut. I can't go back on my word.
You're a good boy, Bronco. You run back to bed. Yeah, I'll explain to Marjorie.
Well...
Don't you worry about it. I understand women a little better than you do. Just leave it to me.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Sure. Yeah, I'll simply go and tell Marjorie if she's hungry, she can eat what we have in the house. That Bronco. The way he lets Marjorie wrap him around her finger. Marjorie. Marjorie.
I'm in here in the sewing room, Unky.
Well, reading pretty late, aren't you, my dear?
Well, I couldn't sleep. And you know, Unky, all of a sudden I have a terrific craving for sauerkraut.
Well...
And Bronco is so sweet. He insisted he's going to get some for me.
Now, Marjorie, Bronco's tired. In fact, I just told him to go back to bed.
Oh, you're a darling, Unky, but do you think you can find sauerkraut this late at night?
Who, me?
I've never been so hungry for anything before in my life. All I can think of is a big plate of sauerkraut.
But, Marjorie...
Oh, you're such a dear, Unky. Getting out of bed to do this just for me. I don't want much, really, just a little bit of sauerkraut.
But you just said...
Oh, I'm a terrible nuisance, aren't I?
No, certainly not.
Making you get up at this time of night to wait on me.
Well, I don't mind that. It's just that...
Oh, you're so good to me, Uncle Mort.
No, it's all right.
And I don't deserve it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You deserve the best of everything.
But it's so late, Unky. Where are you going to find sauerkraut?
I don't know. But I'll find it if I have to crawl on my hands and knees to Milwaukee. I should have worn an overcoat over my overcoat. What a night to be out hunting for sauerkraut. Still, anything for little Marjorie. By George, she'll never forget that her old uncle got up in the middle of the night to get her sauerkraut. Yeah, here's Petey's house. He's an old friend. Maybe he'll have some. Yeah, I wonder how I can arouse Petey without waking up Mrs. Petey. Petey. Yo, Petey. Petey. Oop, somebody turned on a light. Yeah, he's coming. Hello, Petey.
Is that you, Mr. Gildersleeve?
It's yours, mate. You open the door and let me in. It's freezing out here.
My gracious.
Phew. Yeah, sorry to wake you up in the middle of the night, Petey. but this is urgent.
Well, what happened? Did the dam go out?
No, nothing like that. Peavy, I've got to have some sauerkraut.
How's that?
It's for Marjorie. You know how it is, Peavy. The baby will be along soon.
Well, don't you think it ought to have milk?
This is not for the baby. The sauerkraut's for Marjorie.
Oh, is the baby going to be born tonight?
No, Peavy, for goodness sake. Haven't you heard of prospective mothers having cravings for strange food?
Well, yeah.
You're all right. There's only one thing in the world that Marjorie wants, and that's some sauerkraut. Yeah, I promised I'd get it for her, Peavy. How about it? Do you have any?
No. But how about some cheesecake? That's what Mrs. Peavy's sister ate when she was expecting.
No, thanks.
Well, if she wants something sour, I could let you have some of Mrs. Peavy's lemon fritters.
Well, that's very kind of you, Peavy. But Marjorie has her heart set on sauerkraut. Nothing else will do.
Well, if you could wait till tomorrow...
Yeah, I can't wait until tomorrow. You don't understand how the mind of a prospective mother works. And I do. What was that?
That was Mrs. Peavy tapping on the floor with her mentholatum jar. That means come upstairs.
Oh, for goodness sake. Peavy, you let women lead you around by the nose.
I'm not walking around in the snow looking for sauerkraut.
Out! Good night. There's only one more chance. Judge Hooker. You wonder if the old goat eats sauerkraut. And if he does, he probably cooks it in Kalak water. Well, he might have it. It's worth trying. You old brother. What a night. Judge. You judge.
Who's down there?
It's me.
Who's down there?
Yofer. Judge, stop bleeding. You'll wake up the whole neighborhood. Come down and open the door.
That you, Gildy?
Yes, Judge.
What's the matter?
I want to talk to you. It's very important, and hurry up. I'm freezing.
All right.
Being cross-examined on the front porch at 3 below zero. Oh, it's cold. Why doesn't that old goat hurry up? He takes his time at a time like this, that's why. It's cold.
Gildy, what are you doing out at this hour of the night?
Yeah, I'm gathering icicles. Let me in, Judge.
Well, what happened?
Nothing happened. We have an emergency in our house.
It's the baby. The baby's here.
No, wait. No, not yet. This is for Marjorie. I've got to find her some sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut?
You understand these things, Judge? It's the only thing she wants. And I promised I'd get it for her.
Oh, I understand. Bless her heart. And bless you, too, Gildy, for being so thoughtful.
Yeah, thank you, Judge.
Launching forth into the bitter night in search of a tidbit to please the little mother-to-be.
You all right, Judge? Do you have any sauerkraut?
No, I haven't, Gildy. But I think I know where we can find some.
Yeah, bless you, Judge. Where is it?
Well, my friend Miss Matterhorn puts up sauerkraut.
Miss Matterhorn?
She lives over on the corner of Spruce and Crocker Streets. A lovely girl. You can walk in any time and she'll welcome you with a cozy of tea and a tray of the most delicious macaroons.
Yeah, I know, but Judge...
And sugar donuts that she bakes herself. Come to think of it, Gilda, I'll put on my overshoes and go with you.
3 o'clock in the morning. Goodbye, George. I got the sauerkraut. Gildersleeve, when you decide to do something, you do it. Yeah, I can't wait to see the expression on Marjorie's face. She never thought I'd do it. Here's my key. Darn slippery plate. Sauerkraut running down my sleeve. You must have left the key in my other pants. Confound it. Bertie! Bertie! Bertie, hurry up!
That you, Mr. Gillsleeve?
Yes, it's me. Let me in, quick.
Land's alive. Where you been?
Well, I've been out getting something for Marjorie, Bertie. Where is she?
She's in your study. What you got in that plate, Miss Gilsey?
Sauerkraut. For Marjorie. I promised her I'd get it. And I did. It's a good thing somebody in this house understands the girl.
Yes, sir.
You bring some forks and things, Bertie. I'm going in and present the big surprise.
Yes, sir.
Marjorie. Here comes your uncle. You would guess what? Marjorie. Marjorie? She's asleep in the chair. Probably dreaming of a big plate of sauerkraut. Yeah, I'll hold it under her nose. Watch her wake up, smiling.
What's the matter?
It's me, Marjorie. Hunky. Look what I brought you.
What is it?
Just what you wanted, my dear. Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut?
Yes, just what you wanted.
Oh, Unky, it doesn't look nearly as good as I thought it would.
Marjorie.
You know what I'd really like, Unky?
What?
Watermelon.
Oh, my God.
Give me, Unky.
You go to bed.
Great Gildersleeve will be right back. To please all the folks at your house, there are 5 delicious varieties of Kraft Deluxe slices, so everyone can enjoy these perfect slices of extra good-eating pasteurized processed cheese, whether it's wonderfully mellow Kraft American with scarlet pimentos added, delightful nut-sweet Kraft Swiss, Kraft Brick with that deep-down rich taste, or sharp Old English brand. You'll want to have several kinds on hand always because these perfect slices are so handy for cheese snacks and sandwiches you can fix easily and quick as a wink. Tomorrow, look in your grocer's dairy case for the 5 delicious varieties of Kraft Deluxe slices.
Bertie, is that you?
Yeah. Miss Gilsey?
What are you doing up?
I'm just looking around, checking up on all these dear hearts and gentle people.
Well, you'd better get some sleep, Bertie. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the little family.
Yes, sir. It's been a long night.
It sure has, Bertie. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Gilsey.
There's a good woman. Let's see. Yeah? Leroy's asleep. At last. Marjorie's asleep on the couch in my study. I wonder how Bronco's doing. Yeah, there he is. He's sleeping, too. Yeah, sleep well, Bronco. You'll be a father soon. And a good father, too. It isn't easy right now. But you're kind and good. And you and Marjorie will be happy. Good night, young man. You've had a busy day. Good night, folks.
Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Dick Crenna, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
There's magic in mustard. Yes, when you want to put new taste excitement in almost anything, just add a little mustard and you'll add a lot of tang. Hidden flavors pop right out. Every bite tastes better, particularly if the mustard you use is Kraft prepared mustard. There are 2 kinds of Kraft mustard, you know. Kraft salad mustard, delicately spiced for those who prefer mustard mild, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Get both kinds, for when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Kraft prepared mustard.
Don't miss The Falcon each Sunday over this station. Check your newspaper for time of broadcast and listen next Sunday as The Falcon solves the case of the invisible thug.
Listen for Groucho Marx next on NBC. Transcribed.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you each week by the Kraft Foods Company. Kraft, a name that for years has meant fine cheese, is the maker of the new Kraft Deluxe Slices. These slices of wonderful pasteurized processed cheese are perfect. No dried edges, no broken pieces, because they're wrapped right in the spick-and-span Kraft plant. You'll find Kraft's delicious processed cheese in slices in neat half-pound packages in your grocer's dairy case. 8 big slices in every package. Tomorrow, take home several of these convenient packages and get acquainted with Kraft Deluxe Slices, the most delicious processed cheese you've ever tasted. Well, it's Saturday morning at the Great Gildersleeve's house. And is the water commissioner lolling in bed? No, sir. He's up and dressing.
Yeah, by George, Saturday's my favorite day. Leroy doesn't have to go to school, and Bronco can stay home. I can spend a happy day with my little family. Good day to wear this sports shirt I got for Christmas. Nice. You think I'll leave the shirt tail out, Palm Beach style? Yeah, I'll just be lounging around the house. Here's that. A bee in January? Oh, Bertie's using the vacuum cleaner. Good morning, Bertie.
Good morning, Miss Gildersleeve. I'll get you breakfast as soon as I vacuum the hall.
Yeah, no hurry, Bertie. Take your time.
Miss Marjorie's moving all the furniture around this morning, so I thought it was a good time to vacuum the house.
Marjorie's moving furniture, you say?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Bronco don't think she ought to be doing that. That boy's fit to be tied.
Well, should she be that active, Bertie? Is she feeling all right?
Oh, you don't have to worry about Miss Marjorie. She's feeling fine.
Yeah, good.
The one we may have to call the doctor for is Mr. Bronco.
Oh, my goodness. That boy's been a bundle of nerves ever since he found out he was going to be a father.
Yes, sir. You think he's going to be the mother.
Yeah, I don't know what he's so nervous about. Baby isn't due for a month. Yeah, I guess it's natural when he's about to become a father for the first time. Yeah, I'll just have to straighten Bronco out. Well, guess I won't have to. Look at him sitting on the couch, holding hands. Hello!
Good morning, Unky.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Holding hands, I see.
He's only holding him to keep me from rearranging the furniture.
Yeah.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I have a feeling we can expect a baby at any time.
Oh, Bronco.
Now, Bronco, the doctor said it would be late February.
Mr. Gildersleeve, my grandmother always said, when a woman starts moving furniture around, look out. The time is close at hand.
Yo. Bronco, that's an old wives' tale.
Well, the wives ought to know.
This boy's in bad shape.
I can't get Marjorie to listen to me. I'm having a terrible time.
Now, Bronco.
Who's having a terrible time?
I am, Leroy.
Yeah? What's your trouble? Maybe I can help you.
Leroy, if there's any helping to be done, I'll do it.
Okay.
Now then, Bronco.
Yes, sir?
I know you're concerned about Marjorie, and that's all well and good. But...
Hey, don't your shirt tails out.
Yeah, I know, Leroy. Now, as I was about to say, Bronco.
Why don't you tuck it in?
Leroy, it's supposed to be out. It's sporty.
Yeah?
Now, Bronco.
You leave your shirt tail out and it's sporty. I leave mine out and it's sloppy.
Well, I can't stand that lamp by the piano. I think I'll move it over.
Oh, no, you don't, Martin. If it has to be moved, I'll move it.
But, darling, I can move
No,
it.
honey, I'll do it.
Well, while you're moving the lamp, I'll move this end table.
No.
Oop.
Marge, don't you touch another thing.
Now, Bronco.
Let her move it.
Leroy, I think you better go outside and kick your football. That's the place for adolescents. And Bronco?
Yes, sir?
Why don't you go with him? fine breakfast, Marjorie.
Well, thank you, Unky.
Yes, you didn't have to fix it for me. Bertie was going to.
Well, I wanted to do it. I feel like doing things, and my only chance is when Bronco's out of the house.
Yeah, I understand.
He's such a fuss budget.
Well, it's a very natural concern, my dear.
Well, I suppose so. Here, I'll clear away the dishes.
Yeah, Marjorie. Sit down a minute and talk to your old uncle.
All right.
Now then. Are you sure you're not overdoing it? Just a little?
Well, of course not, Unky. I feel wonderful.
Yeah, that's good. We want to take the best possible care of our little girl.
Oh, you're sweet, Unky.
So if there's anything at all you want, or anything I can do...
Are you all right, Marge?
Yes, Bronco. Just keep playing with Leroy.
Okay, honey, if you're sure you're all right.
She's all right.
Okay.
Unky, I'm worried about Bronco. He may have a nervous breakdown.
Well, he does have a wild look in his eye.
Can't you take him somewhere and get his mind off me?
I don't know. There is the Jolly Boys meeting tonight.
Well, why don't you take him?
Oh, I don't think he'd enjoy being with us. Besides, he'll quiet down. Playing football with Leroy will settle his nerves.
Are you still all right, honey?
Here we go again.
Yes, Bronco, I'm fine. What's the matter with your eye?
Oh, that.
Say, it's swollen.
Yeah, I was looking in the window to see if you were all right when Leroy threw a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
You haven't been moving things, have you, Marge?
Well, she brought in my breakfast, Bronco. It wasn't heavy, just one egg.
I know I should have stayed in here. I'll never leave you again.
Oh, don't be silly, darling. You've got to do something, Uncle Mort.
Yes, well...
Every time I think of what you're going through, I get weak in the knees.
Oh, Bronco.
You pull yourself together, my boy. Becoming a father for the first time isn't such a harrowing experience.
Yeah, but, gee whiz.
You'll get used to it after you've had 9 or 10.
9 or 10?
Unky, we won't have 9 or 10. We only plan to have 5 or 6.
Marge, the plans have changed. I could never live through this again.
Well, that settles it. I'll have to take him to the Jolly Boys. Yep. A night at the Jolly Boys Club is just what Bronco needs. It'll be good for his nerves. Yeah, and Marjorie's, too. Say nothing of mine. Yeah, I'll drop in and mention it to Petey. Hello, Petey.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
Well, I have a little problem, Petey.
You don't say.
You give me a cigar, and I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, well. There you are.
Yeah, thank you. Petey, you know Marjorie and Bronco are expecting the baby.
Yes, the whole town is helping them expect it.
Yes, well, what would you think about bringing him up to the Jolly Boys Club tonight?
The baby?
No, Petey. I mean Bronco. The baby isn't due until next month.
Oh, then you couldn't bring him up tonight anyway.
Hardly, Petey.
Of course, they do arrive early sometimes.
Well, that's what has Bronco on edge. And that's why I have to get him out of the house.
Well, doesn't Bronco want to be there for the big event?
Of course, Petey. He's a very solicitous father. In fact, he's overdoing it. He's practically a nervous wreck.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, I would be, too, if I were an expectant father.
Yeah, I guess so. Fine cigar, Petey.
Here comes Judge Hooker.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Well, hello, Judge.
Oh, it's you, Gilder. I didn't recognize you behind the smoke.
It's me, Judge.
What a lovely long cigar. Are you playing the role of grandfather or just pretending that you're Mount Vesuvius?
Courtroom comedian.
Mr. Gildersleeve was just saying he might bring a visitor to the club tonight.
Oh?
Yes, I thought I'd bring Bronco, Judge. Marjorie thinks he should get out of the house for a while. The boy needs recreation.
Splendid idea, Gildy. I can understand how the boy would be overwrought. But soon all his tribulations will be forgotten in the joys of fatherhood.
Yes.
Wonderful thing, fatherhood.
But alas, none of us has ever been a father.
No, but Mrs. Peavy and I have always wanted to have a family.
Oh?
In fact, I set aside a box of cigars for just such an eventuality. That was 20 years ago.
Too bad, Peavy. You never got to use those cigars.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
What?
How do you know you're not smoking one of them?
Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Now you can make more delicious cheese sandwiches more easily than ever. Just get Kraft Deluxe Slices, perfect sandwich-sized slices of extra delicious pasteurized processed cheese. Kraft Deluxe Slices are wrapped 8 to a half-pound package and are delightfully different from any sliced cheese you've ever had before. They're different because Kraft slices are made a completely new way. Instead of being cut from a loaf, these slices are actually formed by an exclusive new Kraft invention, which captures every bit of the fine processed cheese flavor, more delicious flavor than you've ever enjoyed before in every single slice. And you can be sure Kraft slices will reach you clean, sanitary, and in perfect condition because they're wrapped right in the spick-and-span Kraft plant. Every slice perfect. No slivers, broken pieces, or dried edges. And these slices of delicious processed cheese are sandwich size. So handy for easy cheese sandwiches you can fix in a jiffy. And, of course, one of the nicest things about this extra good-tasting processed cheese is the convenience of the package. You can easily keep several varieties on hand all the time because these packages take up so little room in your refrigerator. Tomorrow, look in your grocer's dairy case for those perfect slices of unusually delicious processed cheese, Kraft Deluxe Slices. Let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. Everybody agrees that Bronco, the expected father, should accompany the water commissioner to the Jolly Boys meeting this evening. That is, everybody agrees except Bronco.
But, Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't want to go. I want to stay here and keep an eye on Marge.
No, Bronco, you can't sit here and keep an eye on her for a whole month.
Well, I said it once and I'll say it again. How do we know it's going to be a month?
Well, the doctor says.
True, Mr. Gildersleeve, but my grandmother always said when a woman starts moving furniture around...
We know the time is close at hand.
Yes. So how do we know? How do we know?
Unc, you better get him out before he comes unglued.
Leroy, I'll handle this.
Okay, I'll go look for the glue.
Yes.
Bronco, when Uncle Mort invites you to his club, the least you can do is go.
But, Marge...
I told the Jolly Boys you're coming. They're looking forward to it.
Here's your hat and have a good time.
I refuse to have a good time. I don't want to offend anybody, but I refuse to go.
Yofer.
Mr. Bronco.
Oh, what is it, Bertie?
If Bertie can put in her 2 cents, I think you ought to go. You need to change.
Well, I appreciate your interest, Bertie, but it's my duty to stay close to Marge.
Yes, sir. But look at it this way. There's a telephone at the Jolly Boys Club, ain't there, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Oh, yes, of course, Bertie.
That's nice. You see, Mr. Bronco? Then you're as close to Miss Marjorie as the telephone.
Well...
That's right, Bronco.
That's the way we get in touch with the doctor, by telephone.
I hadn't thought about the telephone. Thanks, Bertie. I'll go if it'll make everybody happy.
I really think you should, Bronco.
Well, that's settled.
Yes, sir. Bertie's 2 cents worth paid off.
You bet.
Bertie's 2 cents worth about the telephone got him to go.
That's right, Bertie.
Mr. Bronco's sitting here not budging an inch, and Bertie's 2 cents worth got him to go.
True, Bertie.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you know what got him to go?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right, Bertie's 2 cents worth got him to go.
Oh, hurry up, Bronco. Let's go.
Hi, Commiss. We're waiting for you.
Hello, Floyd. Hi, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Gildy, where's Bronco?
Oh, he'll be up in a minute, Judge. He stopped down the street to phone Marjorie.
We got a phone up here.
Well, he couldn't wait.
My. And you say the baby isn't expected for another month?
That's right, Peavy.
That boy will spend a lot of nickels between now and then.
Well, take it from a barber. The kid's got a lot on his mind, and it ain't just hair.
Yeah, that's why I invited him up, fellas.
Yes, our project for the evening, gentlemen, is to make our young friend Bronco forget his needless anxiety.
We'll work on him. I'll open up the coast.
Good idea, Pete. Here he comes now.
Sorry I'm late, men, but I have to phone my wife.
Yeah, I explained that, Bronco. Now, settle down.
Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. Peavy. Judge.
Yeah, hello, Bronco.
Welcome to the club, Bronco.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Munson.
Hi, kid. But drop the mister. I'm Floyd to my friends, customers, and prospective fathers.
Lloyd, don't bring up the subject.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I propose that we welcome our young friend to the Jolly Boys Club with a rousing song.
Yeah, you sing, don't you, Bronco?
Not very well.
Then you can sing lead.
What's this, Judge?
Gildy usually sings lead, but he doesn't sing well either.
You old goat.
Hey, where's Chief of Police Gates?
He won't be here tonight. He has to tend jail.
Well, then I'll sing the bass part.
Oh, my goodness. Judge, you can't sing bass. You can't get below high C.
Oh, yes, I can. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
That won't do, Judge. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do.
Hey, the commish ain't a bad bass.
You ask me, he's very bass.
Yes. Now, what do we sing?
There is a tavern in the town.
No. Will you sing Down by the Old Mill Street?
You sing what you want to sing, and I'll sing what I want.
Oh, guys.
That song has a nice solo line for Bronco.
Yeah, say, where is Bronco?
He's over in the corner phoning, I believe.
Again? Bronco, we're waiting.
Coming, Mr. Gildersleeve. Are you sure you're all right, Marge? Huh? Are you taking it easy? Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, goodbye, honey.
What a devoted husband.
She's all right, man. I just talked to her, and she's all right.
Well, of course she's all right.
Sure, she's okay. Now, come on, kid, and join in the frivolity.
Well, a man has to keep a check on things.
Yeah. Well, here's your part, Bronco. It's the lead.
I don't think I'd better sing the lead.
We insist, Bronco.
Well, all right.
Here we go down the stream. Grab an oar.
Down by the old mill stream, where I first met you, with your eyes so blue, dressed in gingham too. It was then I knew that you loved me true.
Your line, Bronco.
You were 16, my village queen. Down by the old mill street.
Old Mill Street.
Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah, seems to.
I guess I was a little flat.
Yeah, a little. But what the heck?
Yeah.
We're here to have fun. That's the important thing.
Well, there must be some other way to have it. How about a little game of pinochle?
Pinochle?
Sure, anything to make you forget you're going to be a father.
Lloyd.
Excuse me, man. I think I better phone home again.
Floyd, you did it again.
All I said was we
I told you to be quiet.
So did I.
Blabbermouth.
Fellas, we'll let Bronco make his call.
Yeah?
You won't be happy until he knows Marjorie's all right.
What's that, Marge? Where do I think the mirror should go?
Oop, there she goes again.
Yeah, but Marge, honey, look, you promised you wouldn't move things. Just sit down right where you are. Don't touch anything. I'll be right home.
Now, Bronco, wait a minute.
Go, Mr. Gildersleeve. Marge is rearranging the furniture again.
Oh, tidying up the place, is she?
Judge, my grandmother always said that can mean only one thing. The time is close at hand. Good night, men. And thanks for everything.
He seemed a little excited.
That boy.
What's this about rearranging furniture, Commission?
I've heard of that. It's the mother instinct, preparing the home for the little one. It's supposed to mean the arrival is imminent.
Yeah?
Oh, it's just an old wives' tale, Floyd.
Oh.
And I wish Bronco would take the doctor's word instead of his grandmother's.
Well, they can arrive early. I was a 7 months baby myself. Weighed 3.5 pounds.
You've come a long way, Floyd.
Yeah, one of my feet weighs that much now.
Well, shall we play pinochle?
Well, I guess we may as well. Yeah, I'm sure everything's all right at home.
I think so. Don't you, Floyd?
Oh, yeah, them doctors know their stuff. Right, Judge?
I'm positive Bronco is unduly concerned. Aren't you, Gilda?
Sure. 7 months, Floyd.
Yeah. Come to think of it, it ain't uncommon.
You fellas carry on. I think I'd better go home.
Why, Gilda?
Well, I want to see if Bronco got home all right.
Unky, you didn't have to come home just because Bronco did.
Well, I didn't get a very good pinochle hand. How are you feeling, Marjorie?
Fine. I'd have had everything arranged the way I wanted it if Bronco hadn't stopped me.
No, my dear. If furniture has to be rearranged, let Bronco do it. He's big and strong.
I'm getting weaker.
Here, Bronco, I'll help you with the chair.
No, Marjorie. Yeah, I'll help.
That's it. Over here. Thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve. I hope the Jolly Boys didn't think I was rude.
No, of course not, Bronco. They're up there playing pinochle, having a great time. Yeah, I'm right here, Bertie.
Who could that be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good evening, Gilda.
Judge, I thought you were at the club.
Well, I left Floyd and Peavy there. I thought my place was here since I'm so close to the family.
Yes.
How's Marjorie?
I'm fine, Judge.
Oh, I didn't see you, Marjorie. My, you look radiant.
Thank you.
She says she's fine, Judge.
Hello, Bronco.
Oh. Bronco, I didn't want the coffee table there. Here, let me...
No, Marjorie. We can do that.
Yes, Marjorie, let us handle it.
But, Unky,
Judge, I'm afraid I broke up the meeting tonight.
Not at all. Floyd and Peavy are holding the fort.
Now what? Yeah. All right, Bertie.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Gentlemen?
Hi, Bertie. Everything all right, Bertie?
Yes, sir. The others are inside.
Oh, my goodness. Come on in, Floyd. Come in, Peavy.
Hi, everybody. Hiya, Marge.
Hello, Mr. Munson, Mr. Peavy.
Good evening, Marjorie.
Peavy, I didn't expect you and Floyd to drop by.
Well, I thought if there was much moving to be done, we'd help.
Yeah. We want to do anything we can.
That's why I came.
Too bad the chief ain't here. We could use the police siren on the way to the hospital.
Mr. Munson, that's ridiculous. It'll be weeks yet.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
You see, Marge, we've all got that feeling.
How do you feel, Marjorie?
Unky, with all this help here, I feel there's nothing for me to worry about. I think I'll go up to bed.
Hey, good girl.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
I'll go up with you, Miss Marjorie.
Oh, thank you, Bertie.
Them men all traipsing over here to see how you're feeling.
Aren't they cute?
Yes, ma'am. They think that furniture moving means something, but not Bertie. She don't believe in them old tales. No, ma'am.
Good night, Bertie.
Good night, Miss Marjorie. Miss Marjorie?
Yes, Bertie?
If you get that furniture moving feeling again, don't you touch nothing. You call Bertie.
Bertie, you're cute, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Good night, Bertie.
Good night, Miss Marjorie. Bless our little girl.
Gildersleeve will be right back. To please all the folks at your house, there are 5 delicious varieties of Kraft Deluxe slices. So everyone can enjoy these perfect slices of extra good-eating pasteurized processed cheese, whether it's wonderfully mellow Kraft American with scarlet pimentos added, delightful nut-sweet Kraft Swiss, Kraft Brick with that deep-down rich taste, or sharp Old English brand. You'll want to have several kinds on hand always because these perfect slices are so handy for cheese snacks and sandwiches you can fix easily and quick as a wink. Tomorrow, look in your grocer's dairy case for the 5 delicious varieties of Kraft Deluxe slices.
What time is it? 2 o'clock. Can't get to sleep. Who left the light on downstairs? What a family. Where are my slippers? Oh, yeah. I hope I can last till this baby gets here. The family's falling to pieces. Lights burning all hours of the night. Who's downstairs? Marjorie? Bertie? Nobody there. I'll have to go down and turn it off. Here's Bronco. Fell asleep in a chair. What's this? Suitcase on one side, telephone on the other. You wonder what he was thinking about. Bronco!
What? Oh, I'm awake. Let's go.
Wait, Bronco, wait.
Call the doctor. Here's the suitcase. I'm going to be a father. Call the hospital. I'll take Marge. You follow me in your car.
Bronco, stop running around the room. Open your eyes.
Where's Marge?
She's in bed. Asleep. Everything is all right.
Are you sure?
Yes, my boy. Now go to bed and relax.
All right. Good night, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, you're going into the basement.
Upstairs is this way.
Yes. Makes a long day. Good night, folks.
Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andrew White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Dick Crenna, Arthur Q. Bryan, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the great Gildersleeve.
Here's his secret for making dull meals interesting. Add Kraft prepared mustard to any meat dish, hot or cold, and see the difference. Hidden flavors pop right out, because when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. There are 2 kinds of Kraft mustard, you know. Kraft salad mustard, delicately spiced for those who prefer a milder flavor, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Have both on hand, for remember, with any meat dish, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Get Kraft prepared mustard.
Don't miss The Falcon next Sunday over this station. Check your newspaper for time of broadcast and hear the Falcon solve the case of the substitute target.
The proceeding was transcribed. Read about Groucho Marx and Coronet. Hear him next on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve
Gildersleeve is brought to you each week by the Kraft Foods Company. Famous over the years for the finest in cheese, Kraft now brings you the finest in cheese slices. They're Kraft Deluxe Slices, extra delicious pasteurized processed cheese in perfect slices. No slivers, no dried edges, no broken pieces, but really perfect slices, wrapped and sealed right in the spick and span Kraft plant. Look for Kraft Deluxe Slices in neat half-pound packages. 8 big slices of delicious processed cheese to the package. You'll find them in your grocer's dairy case. Convenient, delicious Kraft Deluxe Slices. Well, in about 3 weeks, there should be a new arrival in the great Gildersleeve's house. Marjorie and Bronco are going to be Mama and Papa. And is our water commissioner proud? Right now, he's looking in the window of the Summerfield baby shop.
Let's see what they have. Well, that playpen would be nice for the baby. You wonder what the price is. Why do they always turn the price tags upside down?
Hello, Gildy.
Well, Judge Hooker.
What are you trying to do, Gildy? Climb in that pen and play?
Certainly not, Judge. I'm looking for ideas for Marjorie's baby.
Oh, of course. Isn't this an attractive window? Look there. Pink booties. I had pink booties when I was a baby.
An old goat with pink booties.
What do you plan to buy for the baby, Gildy?
Well, I don't know, but I'll have to go easy. I have so many other expenses.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was trying to see the price tag on this playpen, but I can't do it without standing on my head.
If you stand on your head out here, I'll buy it for you.
Very funny.
Oh, look. This little bonnet is cute, Gildy. Tied under the chin, it would look fetching on any baby.
Well, everything in there is cute, Judge. I'd like to buy Marjorie the playpen, and that woolly blanket, and that bottle warmer.
Say, an electric bottle warmer. I could use that to heat up my oxtail broth.
Oh, my goodness.
Before retiring, I always have a warm cup of oxtail broth with my rye crisp. It's good for the figure.
Yes. Judge, look at those Peter Rabbit pajamas. Cute. I'd like to buy those, too.
Gildy, you amuse me.
Yes,
You stopped by to get an idea for a gift, and now it's practically turned into a shower.
Well, I guess I can't afford all these things. Say, come to think of it, why don't I give Marjorie a baby shower?
You?
Certainly. I'll invite you, Peavy, and the rest of my friends.
Gildy, you can't give Marjorie a shower. You're the head of the family.
What's wrong with that?
It isn't socially correct. That shower should be given by someone in Marjorie's crowd.
Judge, she's been given some of those, and frankly, there wasn't much loot.
Oh?
This time I want to get into a higher bracket.
Well, I still maintain that a shower should be given by one of Marjorie's girlfriends.
Say, why can't it be given by one of my girlfriends?
What?
That's it, Horace. And it won't be a shower. It'll be a cloudburst. Nobody's going to say Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve does the wrong thing socially. Yeah, I wouldn't give Marjorie a baby shower. Since I'm her uncle, it'd look too mercenary. Yeah, I'll just talk Catherine into giving the shower. Of course, I want it to be her idea. I'll have to be diplomatic. Yeah, that comes easy to me.
Oh, Throckmorton.
Hello, Catherine. May I come in?
You may for a few minutes.
Well, you're wearing your pretty nurse's uniform.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm due at the hospital soon.
Well, I'll only take a minute.
What's on your mind?
My mind? What makes you think there's something on my mind?
Well, you're usually at the office this time of day.
I know. With Marjorie's baby coming next month, I have to give some time and thought to the little family.
Oh, of course. How is Marjorie?
She's fine. Now then, I just had a discussion with Judge Hooker about baby showers.
Oh?
It seems there's a big man in town who wants to give Marjorie a shower. If the judge agrees with me that it wouldn't be proper.
Why not?
Well, in the first place, it should be given by a girl. Somebody close to the family.
Uh-huh.
A girlfriend of Marjorie's, you know. Or it could be a girlfriend of mine.
I see. Throckmorton, do you think I'm close enough to the family?
Well, you're close to what I had in mind. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea, Captain. So thoughtful of you.
Well, I've often considered it, but since Marjorie has her own circle of friends, I didn't want to be pushy.
Yeah, I understand. You're just like me. I hate to be pushy.
Now, let's see. I could arrange it for this Saturday night if that isn't too soon.
No, that'll be fine.
Of course, we're awfully busy at the hospital.
Well, I'll be glad to take care of all the details for you, Catherine.
Will you?
Sure. We'll invite the Peavies, Judge Hooker, and Rumson Bullard. He's rich and likes to give nice presents.
Rumson phoned me today.
Yeah, you did?
He's awfully nice.
That Bullard trying to steal my girl.
He wanted me to go dancing.
That settles it. He won't be invited, present or no present.
But I told him I had to work at the hospital.
Good. Fine little hospital.
I'd better go there right now, Throckmorton. It's nice of you to help me with the shower.
Well, glad to do it, Catherine. Just leave everything to me. I'll get Bertie to help with the refreshments. All you have to do is meet the guests at the door.
Wonderful. And Throckmorton.
Yes?
Wouldn't it be a nice gesture to invite that big man who wanted to give Marjorie the shower?
Oh, yes. Good idea. I wonder if she saw through me. Yeah, I'll just slip back to the kitchen and have a talk with Bertie. The shower has to be a surprise for Marjorie. Oop. Is that Bullard and his Cadillac honking at me?
Hi, Unc. Want to go for a spin?
Leroy! What's he doing at the wheel of Bullard's car?
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, he's sitting with Bullard's little niece. Hello, Brenda. Leroy, you shouldn't be in Mr. Bullard's car.
Why not? I'm a good driver. I just drove all the way from Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls?
We've been honeymooning.
Oh, just pretending, huh, kids? Aren't you, Leroy?
Yeah.
How do you like my bridal veil, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah, pretty. Idaho potato sack.
And look at my bridegroom.
Oh, yes, with a stalk of celery in his buttonhole.
Isn't Leroy handsome?
Yes. Well, have fun. Just cut the honeymoon when I call you for dinner, Leroy.
Okay, Unc.
Well, here comes Bertie from the store.
Yeah, we offered to drive her to Kansas City for some steaks, but she only wanted stew meat, so I let her walk.
What a boy.
Evening, Miss Gildersleeve.
Hello, Bertie. Before you go in the house, I'd like to discuss a little something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't want Margie to know about this, but I'm planning a baby shower for her.
A shower for Miss Marjorie? Ain't that nice?
Yeah, it's going to be quite a party.
Hey, Unc, when are we having it?
Now, Leroy, it doesn't concern you.
No.
We're having it at Miss Milford's, Bertie, and I'd like you...
If it's for Marge and the baby, why can't Brenda and I come?
Oh, I'd love to.
Now, children, this is for grown-ups.
Why, heck, I'm going to be an uncle, and uncles are grown up.
Not necessarily, my boy.
Bertie, don't you think Brenda and I should come to Marge's shower?
Leroy, don't you get me into this. Bertie's neutral.
Leroy, there won't be any children there.
Who's a child?
Oh, my goodness.
We're not wanted, Leroy. Come on, let's drive to Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, I don't want to pretend anymore.
Why not, Leroy?
That's kid stuff. And I'm an uncle.
Oh, what a problem child. Yeah, I mean problem uncle. Well, what a busy little mother to be. What are you knitting this evening, Marjorie?
These are booties, Unky.
Oh? Nice. But I wouldn't work too hard, my dear. Somebody might give you things like that.
Oh, good. Say, what was wrong with Leroy tonight?
Leroy?
He hardly touched his dinner.
He was a little moody, wasn't he?
And then he rushed across the street to Brenda's. He wouldn't tell me what was bothering him.
Well, it's a secret.
Oh, a secret? Well, tell me, Uncle.
No, Marjorie.
Well, you know you can't keep secrets from me. Tell me.
Yeah, I think I'll run across the street and see what I can do to cheer up Leroy.
Unky, what's this all about?
Not a thing. See you later, my dears. Ta-ta.
Unky!
Well, Leroy may be a little bit upset about the shower now, but a couple of tickets to Hopalong Cassidy will cure that. Kids change their minds every 5 minutes. Uh-oh. There's Bullard getting in his car. I don't want to mention Catherine's party to him. I'll just hide behind this lamppost until he drives off. He made it. He didn't see me. Peekaboo! Hello, Mr. Bullard.
Good evening, Gildersleeve. I didn't know if that was you or if Bertie had just set out the barrel of cans.
Well, it's me tonight. Cans tomorrow night. Yeah, I was just tying my shoe.
Oh, well, I was just leaving for the club and a game of billiards. Nothing better to do.
Good. Have you seen Leroy?
He's inside with Brenda and the housekeeper. Gildersleeve, we haven't done the town in quite a while. What about Saturday night?
Saturday night?
Yes. Why don't we go out with your girl?
With my girl? What a neighbor. Well, Bullard.
I called Catherine today.
I know.
What a lovely voice. In fact, what a lovely woman.
Now, see here, Bullard. I'm very fond of Catherine, and she's very fond of me. Well, she is.
Gildersleeve, you may as well know that I'm very fond of her myself, so watch out.
No, wait a minute, Bullard. That isn't fair.
All is fair in love and war. And this is war.
He's a hard man to like. Right, George, he won't see Catherine tomorrow night. I wouldn't have him at that baby shower if he offered to pay the hospital bill. Well, I'd better square things with little Leroy. Leroy! Oh, Leroy!
Yeah, Unc?
Will you step out here for a minute, my boy?
Okay. Come on, Brenda. Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Brenda. Look, kiddies, I just thought of something for you to do while we're at the shower.
Yeah?
How'd you like 2 tickets to Hopalong Cassidy? And popcorn money. Leroy, don't look at me like that.
We've seen the picture. Anyway, that's kid stuff. I put my guns away.
You did, my boy?
Yeah. When a man's going to be an uncle, it sobers him. I want to do the things you do, Unc.
Now, look, kiddies, if you don't care about seeing Hopalong, why don't you give a little party of your own?
A party?
Sure. You pretended you went to Niagara Falls. You could pretend you're giving a shower for Marjorie. You could even invite some of your little friends.
That's a wonderful idea, Leroy. We can have it at my house. Uncle Rumson will buy the ice cream.
Yeah? Keen, when could we have it?
Well, how about tomorrow night?
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, that's a dreamy idea. Thanks for suggesting it.
Not at all. Glad to help. Yo, Brenda, one more suggestion.
What is it, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Why don't you get your Uncle Rumson to chaperone your shower? Yeah, I happen to know he isn't doing anything tomorrow night.
You think he would, Brenda?
Oh, he'll do anything for me. Come on, Leroy, let's get out the invitation.
Yeah, that's the idea. Gildersleeve, you're clever.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Now you can enjoy the most delicious pasteurized processed cheese you ever tasted. And you can enjoy it in perfect slices. They're Kraft Deluxe slices, and you'll find 8 big sandwich-sized slices in each neat half-pound package. These wonderful Kraft Deluxe slices are different from any sliced cheese you ever had before, because Kraft slices are made a completely new way. Instead of being cut from a loaf, Kraft Deluxe slices are actually formed by an exclusive new Kraft invention that captures every single bit of the fine, delicious processed cheese flavor in every perfect slice. Then, so they'll come to you clean and sanitary and perfect, with no slivers or dried edges, Kraft Deluxe slices are wrapped right in the spick-and-span Kraft plant. And they're wrapped in such convenient, neat packages. You can keep several kinds of Kraft Deluxe slices in your refrigerator because those neat packages take up so little room. So tomorrow, look for them in your grocer's dairy case. those perfect slices of extra delicious processed cheese, Kraft Deluxe Slices. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. At times, the water commissioner amazes himself at the slick way he maneuvers things. When Leroy and little Brenda wanted to attend the shower he's arranging for Marjorie, was the great man stymied? No, sir. He cleverly suggested they give a party themselves. Now it's the following morning, and the great man is heading downtown.
Gildersleeve, you have a great talent for keeping everybody happy. Yeah, I guess it isn't socially correct to give a shower on such short notice. What the heck? My friends won't care. I'll start with good old Peavy. Yeah, I wonder if I should have asked him last night. No, there's plenty of time. Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
Nothing, Peavy. I'm the one who's doing things for people today.
You don't say.
You bet.
Well, would you care to pay this soda check Leroy left?
Leroy's soda check?
He was in with little Brenda, and they left in a big hurry.
Yeah, well, he's excited, Peavy.
You'll be excited, too, when you see the bill.
Oh?
They split a banana split, ate 2 jumbo heavens in 4 minutes flat.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a local record. $1.
Oh, well, you put it on my bill.
Very well. From Leroy to you to the ledger. That's fastened above.
Very good, Peavy.
Seems Leroy's having a little party this evening.
Yeah, great change has come over Leroy. He's going to be an uncle, so he thinks he's grown up. Tonight, he and Brenda are pretending they're giving a shower for Marjorie.
That's so?
Yeah, kids love to pretend. By the way, Peavy, Miss Milford is giving a real shower for Marjorie this evening. I'm making the arrangements. And you and Mrs. Peavy are invited.
Well, I'm afraid we can't make it this evening, Mr. Gildersleeve.
You can't? We were counting on you.
So is Leroy.
Oop. Leroy invited you? Peavy, why didn't you tell me?
You didn't ask me.
You don't want to go to that party? They're just pretending.
Well, they ordered 5 gallons of ice cream, and that's the kind of pretending I like.
5 gallons. You must be having all the kids in town. Yeah, all right, Peavy. Put the ice cream on my bill.
I won't have to. Mr. Bullard already paid for it.
Bullard?
Cash.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Well, here comes the judge.
Peavy, don't try to change the subject. You have to come to my party.
What's this about a party, Gildy?
Leroy invited Peavy to a party, and he's going.
So am I.
You too, Judge?
And I may wear my little Lord Fauntleroy suit.
Judge, Catherine and I are giving a shower tonight, and we want you to come.
I'm sorry, Gildy. I can't disappoint Leroy. You should have issued your invitation earlier.
Leroy wrote his.
He brought it around last night.
Yeah, but look, fellows.
Peavy, I understand Rumson Bullard is providing prizes for everyone.
I'm here to tell you, he nearly bought out the store.
I hope we play games. I'm good at pinning the tail on the donkey.
Yofer. Peavy, Judge, it's nice of you to want to humor Leroy, but you'll have more fun at my party. We're going to have hats and favors, and we're going to play Monopoly. It's lots of fun. Besides, there'll be nobody at Bullard's but kids.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, all right, go to his party. There'll be plenty of people coming to mine. I wonder who will come. Yes. Well, that's all right, Floyd. Yeah, sure. Have a good time at Leroy's party. See you around. Goodbye. Nobody else to ask. That Leroy shanghaied all my guests. Well, guess I had it coming. The only people at Catherine's party will be Catherine and me.
Hi,
hello, Leroy.
Boy, am I bushed.
Yo, what have you been doing?
I've been getting hats and favors, and I've been talking to the caterer.
Caterer?
Sure. Mr. Bullard said, go the limit. When you get a caterer, that's as far as you can go.
Oh, brother. Leroy, didn't you know I was arranging Catherine's shower for tonight?
Heck Oh, I knew you had one cooking, but you didn't say when.
Well, it's tonight.
Yeah? Mr. Peavy, Judge Hooker, Mr. Munson, and even the mayor's coming to my party.
Yeah, I know.
Who's coming to yours?
Well, there'll be... Now, see here, young man, it's not polite to ask.
Okay. Hey, I think I'll get Chief Gates to park cars tonight.
Wish I'd thought of Chief Gates.
Unky, is that you down there?
Yes, my dear. Good thing I didn't mention the shower to Marjorie.
Oh, Unky, did Leroy tell you?
Yes, tell me what?
He and Brenda are giving me a shower tonight.
They are? Well.
Isn't it sweet? Just think, it was all Leroy's idea.
Yes. I lost my guess, and now I'm losing credit for the idea.
I have to go press the dress, Unky. Bye now.
Ta-ta, my dear. Well, there goes the guest of honor. I'll just have to call Catherine and admit that I bungled it. Gildersleeve, you moved too slow. Yeah, perhaps it's a good thing I did. If I'd engaged a caterer like Leroy, I would be in trouble.
Hello?
Hello, Catherine. This is Throckmorton.
Oh, hello, Throckmorton.
About the shower. I'm afraid we have to change our plans a little.
Yes, I know. It was very clever of you to move the shower over to Rumson's.
Well, I thought what's that?
Leroy told me. He seems to have completely taken over for you, Throckmorton.
Well, yes, he has.
I think Rumson's home is a much better place to have the shower. He has so much room.
But, Catherine...
You worked it out beautifully, Throckmorton.
Thank you, but...
I have to make a quick trip to the hospital, and I won't be off until 8, so I'll meet you at the shower.
But...
Goodbye.
But... You're right. How can I meet her at the shower? I'm not even invited. I thought of the idea. Now everybody's going except me. How did this happen?
Mr. Gilsleeve, everybody else is getting dressed. Ain't you going to the shower?
No, Bertie.
Well, what about that nice present you bought for Miss Marjorie?
Well, I'll just leave it on her pillow.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gilsleeve, Leroy'd be glad to invite you to his shower if he knew you wasn't having one.
Bertie, when a grown man has botched the works, it's hard to admit it to a little boy.
Leroy's no little boy, Mr. Gilsleeve. Don't you remember? He's gone adult. Imagine him giving a baby shower.
Yeah, and I'd like to be there. But I can't ask Leroy to invite me. After all, I didn't invite him.
No, sir.
Guess I could get in, though, if I went as a caterer. No, I wouldn't trust myself carrying pies around. I might push one right in Bullard's face.
Yes, sir. Of course, Miss Milford's going to be there.
Yeah, I know, Bertie.
And Mr. Bullard's going to be glad she is.
But, Bertie...
And Mr. Bullard's going to be glad you ain't.
Oh, no. Yeah. Suppose I should go, just out of courtesy to Miss Milford.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bullard doesn't worry me. Not for a minute.
No, sir.
Miss Milford isn't going to forget me just because I'm not there.
No, sir.
In fact, she'll probably leave the shower early if I'm not there.
Yes, sir. In that Cadillac.
She might at that. Bullard said, "This is war. And if I know him, he'll start advancing tonight." I'm worried. Alf, who's trying to break down the door? Yeah, I'm coming. Bullard.
Gildersleeve, I need your help.
You do? Come in.
I haven't time. You know that party Leroy and Brenda are giving?
Yeah, do I?
Well, they ran after a movie, and I'm stuck with it.
Movie? But they were so enthusiastic about the shower.
That was before a new Hopalong Cassidy came to the hitching post.
I thought Uncle Leroy had put his guns away.
Gildersleeve, you have to help me. I don't even know who's invited to this party.
You don't?
No, they didn't even leave me a guest list.
Well, I can tell you one person is invited.
Who?
Me.
Well, go shave and come on over.
Yeah, I'll be there in 2 shakes, Mr. Bullard. Yeah, I get to see Catherine after all. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, I better go shave and get Marjorie's present.
Hey, Unc.
Leroy.
Can I see you a minute?
Yeah, of course. What a fine boy. He came back to invite me to his little shower.
I was on the way to the movies and I thought of something.
Yeah, I know why you came back, Leroy.
Yeah. I need 80 cents for the movies.
Oop. Well, here you are, my boy. And 20 cents for popcorn.
Thanks, Unc. Gee, I'm glad you're my uncle.
And I'm glad you're a boy again.
The Great Gildersleeve will be right back. If each member of your family has a special favorite kind of pasteurized processed cheese, here's good news. You can please them all with Kraft Deluxe Slices. These perfect slices of extra delicious pasteurized processed cheese come in 5 favorite varieties. There's wonderfully mellow Kraft American with pimentos added, nut sweet Kraft Swiss, Kraft Brick with a deep down rich taste, and sharp Old English brand. Get several so everyone can enjoy his favorite for good cheese snacks and sandwiches that are so easy to make in a jiffy. You'll find them in your grocer's dairy case, the 5 delicious varieties of Kraft Deluxe Slices.
Oh, it was a lovely shower, Unky. So many beautiful things for the baby.
Yeah, nice. You look at that Bullard. He thinks he's going to drive Catherine home.
What did you say, Uncle Mort?
Nothing, my dear, nothing.
Here's your coat, Catherine. I'll get the car.
You sneaky neighbor. Yo, Mr. Bullard.
What is it, Gildersleeve?
He just wanted to tell you. This is a fine sleeping harness you gave Marjorie for the baby.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's pretty complicated, though, Bullard. You better show me how it works, so we'll know how to put it on the baby.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'll put it on you, and you can tell me if I have it right.
Yeah, well, hurry up, Gildersleeve. You'll have to loosen it up to get it over my shoulders. This was made for a baby.
Yeah, I'd be able to get it. There. A little tight.
Well, it's very simple. You hook these straps, and then the child can't crawl out of bed.
Yeah? Well, let's see. We'll fasten them to this chair. See if it works. There. Now, can you get up, Bullard?
No, I can't. I can't move.
Good. Give me the keys to your car. I'm taking Catherine home. Good night, folks.
Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Barry Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Gail Gordon, Kathy Lewis, Barbara Whiting, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Next time you raid the icebox or sit down for a between-meal snack, don't forget to add a little Kraft prepared mustard to that cold meat you eat or that sandwich you make. For when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. There are 2 kinds of Kraft mustard: salad mustard with that delicately spiced, mild flavor, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Have both kinds on hand. Then, for extra zest in meat or cheese, just add a little mustard, and you'll add a lot of tang. Buy Kraft's Prepared Mustard.
Remember the Falcon every Sunday over the station. Check your paper for time of broadcast and listen next Sunday as the Falcon solves the case of the neighbor's nightmare.
Here comes the glamorous, unpredictable Groucho Marx on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve.
Gildersleeve is brought to you each Wednesday by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. And one and only is right, friends, because there's no other salad dressing like Miracle Whip. No other salad dressing has that distinctive flavor, that lively, teasing flavor that's peppy, yet not a bit too sharp. It's a flavor millions prefer. Enjoy it on your salads. Tomorrow, get a jar of the one and only Miracle Whip. Well, let's see what's doing at the great Gildersleeve's house this morning. In the first place, there's an unmistakable note of happy anticipation in the air. Last week, the doctor said Marjorie and Bronco could expect the baby in a week. Well, it has been a week.
Right, George, this is the day. I can feel it. Gildersleeve, you'll be a grandfather before the sun sets. Yeah, I wonder if it will be a son.
Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will
Bertie
rock.
feels it, too.
When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall.
Even little Leroy.
Down will come baby, cradle and all.
Oh, my goodness.
Good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good morning, Bertie.
Hi, Unc. Pretty good, huh?
Well, good and loud, Leroy. What are you trying to do? Frighten the stork away?
Ain't nobody gonna scare that bird. He's been hovering around this house too long.
Bertie and I think today's the day, Unc.
Well, I think so, too.
Yes, sir. And I'll have breakfast ready in a few minutes, Miss Gildersleeve.
Yeah, fine, Bertie, fine.
Unc, I think I ought to be big about this and stay home from school today.
What's this, Leroy?
I shouldn't think of going to school on the day my sister might go to the hospital.
Well, there isn't much you can do here, my boy. You go to school.
I wouldn't feel right about it.
No, Leroy.
With my sister in the hospital, I couldn't do justice to that arithmetic test they're giving today.
You will try, Leroy. Force yourself.
Oh, gosh.
Well, here comes Bronco.
Good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good morning, Bronco.
Hi, Leroy.
Hiya, Pop.
Pop? Oh, yeah, Pop.
Marjorie coming down soon, is she, Bronco?
Well, she thought she'd stay in bed a while this morning, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
Oh, she's feeling fine, you understand. Happy as a lark.
Well, good.
But she thought she'd stay in bed a while.
Yeah, I see.
You know, Mr. Gildersleeve, I think I'll stick around the house this morning.
Well, I thought I'd stay around home this morning, too. Just feel like it, somehow.
Heck, I feel like it, too, but is anybody sympathetic?
Yeah, you'll get to stay home tomorrow, Leroy. It's George Washington's birthday.
I want to stay home today, on my nephew's birthday.
No, let's not try to make a holiday out of this, Leroy.
Gosh, it may become a holiday. My nephew may grow up to be president, too.
Yeah. Why don't you let Leroy stay home today, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well...
President Bronco Thompson, Jr.
Well, you can stay home, Leroy.
I can?
Sure. What the heck? Let's make it a holiday for the little president. Oh, what another game of checkers, Bronco.
Thanks, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I can't seem to concentrate this morning.
Well, here comes Bertie with Marjorie's empty tray.
You two gonna stay around all morning?
Well, there's no hurry, Bertie.
Did Margie eat a good breakfast, Bertie?
I never saw her eat that. She's wondering why you two men don't go to work.
Well...
Doesn't she think we'll be needed, Bertie?
She says, how you gonna support a family if you don't go out and sell that real estate?
Well, it's a holiday.
No, sir. Tomorrow's the holiday.
Yeah, you're mixed up, Bronco. President Bronco Jr. hasn't been inaugurated yet.
Yeah, I guess I will have to support him for a while. And there are a couple of deals I should be working on.
Sure. Go ahead, Bronco.
Are you going to the water department?
Well, my situation's a little different, Bronco. I don't have to call on my customers. Anytime they want water, they just turn on the tap and it comes running.
There ain't nothing going to happen today, Mr. Gillsleeve. You and Mr. Bronco are too ready for it.
Well, you can't be too sure, Bertie.
Yes, sir. When you're too ready, nothing happens.
Well, that could be, Bertie.
Yes, there ain't nothing going to happen today because you're too ready.
No, you're right, Bertie.
The day the car won't start and you got a flat tire is the day it's going to happen. But today you're too ready.
You're all right, Bertie.
Yes, sir. You and Mr. Bronco might as well go to work because it ain't going to happen today. You're too ready.
No, Bertie.
Mr. Gillsleeve, you know why it ain't going to happen today?
Yes,
That's
Bertie.
right. It ain't going to happen today because you're too ready.
Oh, go to work, Bronco. You're too ready. Yes, Leroy?
Hey, where's Bronco?
Well, he went out to see a prospect.
Oh, nothing happening, huh?
Not today. Everything's running too smoothly.
Gosh, won't it be terrible if I stay home from school all day and nothing happens?
Yes.
I might have to stay home from school for days.
Leroy, I doubt if your scheme is good for more than one day.
Okay. How's the garage key, Unc?
Your garage key?
I want to pump up my basketball.
Yeah, all right. Say, where are my keys?
Maybe you lost them.
Can't afford to do that. Key to the house, key to the office, the key to the car. Key to the car?
What's the matter, Unc?
Nothing, my boy. If I can't find the keys, I can't start the car.
What do you care? You're not going anyplace, are you?
Well, no, I don't think so. They'll show up. They've got to. Don't get excited, Leroy.
Who's excited?
Everything's running smoothly. We won't need them.
I do. I want to get the pump.
We may have to go to the hospital.
To blow up my basketball?
Leroy, don't just stand there asking questions. Help me find my keys.
Okay, gosh.
Look everywhere. Look high and low. Look up. Here, wait a minute. Here they are, under the cushion on the couch.
Yeah?
Yeah, I found them. Leroy, I found them.
What a character. I never saw a guy get so excited about blowing up a basketball.
Yeah, here are the keys, my boy. You'll find the tire pump in the back of the car.
Thanks, Unc.
Wait a minute. Leroy.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I'll go with you. It won't hurt to see if the car will start. In case I want to go downtown for a cigar. Come on. Please. Hey, Leroy, it started.
Oh, hasn't it always? Since 1939?
Well, you never can tell. But everything's running smoothly. Say, the front of the car seems to be leaning a little.
Yeah?
Oop. Tire's nearly flat. Must be a slow leak. Can't drive with that. Uh-oh.
Hey, Unc, Bertie's yelling for you.
Yeah, I know, Leroy. What is it, Bertie?
Why not the motor?
Oh, my goodness. Bertie, I thought you said it wouldn't be today.
I was wrong.
But I've got a flat tire.
I was right.
Quick, Leroy, the pump.
Sure.
Oh, Judge. Judge, am I glad to see you.
You are? Thank you.
Judge, you're just in time to take us to the hospital.
Oh, Marjorie?
Yes, Judge, this is it. Go start your motor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gildy. I don't have my car.
You don't?
No, the battery's dead. I came over to ask for a push.
Quick, Leroy, hand me the pump.
You got it.
Oh, yes, I've got it.
What can I do to help, Gildy?
Stand back, Judge. I have to pump up this tire. Yidda-dee, 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 yidda-dee.
Unc, you're turning red.
Yes, let me take it for a while, Gildy.
Yeah, I can do it, Judge. Yidda-dee.
But Gildy, I want to do my bit.
Yidda-dee, yidda-dee.
And I'm in good shape.
Yidda-dee.
I'm long-winded.
Yidda-dee. Yeah, I'll say you are. Take over, Judge.
Oh, thank you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Holy cow, look at him go. We're ready, Mr. Gillsleeve.
Coming, Bertie. You watch it, Leroy. I'm backing out.
Gildy, wait.
Here, what's that?
The pump's still attached to the tire.
Over.
I got it, Unc.
Yeah, good boy. Stand aside, Leroy. I've got to dash to the hospital.
Hey, Unc.
Yeah, what now?
Aren't you going to take Marge?
Oh, yes, Marjorie. Hurry up, Bertie. I've got a slow leak.
Friends, here's a good idea for you the next time you plan to have guests in to lunch. Make your main dish a tempting shrimp and tomato salad. And to be sure it's just as delicious as it can be, serve plenty of wonderful Miracle Whip salad dressing alongside. Because Miracle Whip has such a delightful flavor. It's lively and teasing, neither too mild nor too sharp. It's a flavor that millions of folks everywhere call just exactly right. And you know, Miracle Whip's flavor is truly distinctive because Miracle Whip is actually a different kind of salad dressing. It's made from a secret craft recipe that combines the qualities of grand old-fashioned boil dressing and fine mayonnaise to give you the very best of both. And besides that perfect flavor, Miracle Whip has a texture that's really wonderful. That's because Miracle Whip is blended a special craft way till it's smooth as satin. So, actually, it's no wonder Miracle Whip is America's favorite salad dressing, is it? No wonder at all that Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined. So, whether you're making a fancy salad for guests or a plainer salad just for the family, make it extra good with the one salad dressing millions prefer, smooth, delicious Miracle Whip. Let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. In spite of a leaky automobile tire, he got his niece, Marjorie, safely to the hospital. And he feels better now that she's in the capable hands of his girlfriend, Nurse Catherine Milford.
Is there anything I can do, Catherine?
I'm afraid it's out of your hands now, Throckmorton. Why don't you and the judge just sit here and relax, huh?
Yes, Gildy. We can sit here and look out the window. Say, there's Leroy.
Leroy? Where?
Look, he's climbing that tree.
He is?
I guess he wants to be close to the scene also.
It's too bad Leroy isn't old enough to come to the maternity ward.
Yeah. I guess I better raise the window and wave to the boy.
He sees you, Gildy.
Hey, what's going on?
Shh, Leroy, this is a quiet zone.
What is it, a boy or a girl?
You're my goodness. We don't know yet. We're waiting.
What?
Yeah, I better close the window quick.
Leroy's so cute.
This is quite an occasion for little Leroy.
Well, it is for all of us. What do those bombs mean?
Oh, Throckmorton, stop worrying. Dr. Macer is here.
Well, good.
I'll go back to Marjorie now and leave you two here in the father's room. By the way, where is the father?
Bronco? Well, I've been wondering about that, too. Bertie stayed home in case he phones.
Oh, I hope he's here in time.
How much time is there?
Not very much. You're going to be a grandfather before you know it, Throckmorton.
Just think, Gildy.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Judge.
I know how you've looked forward to this moment. After raising Marjorie from a little child, giving her in marriage, you are privileged to be present at life's greatest moment, when the nurse appears and says those beautiful words, "It's a boy," or a girl, as the case may be.
It'll be wonderful, Judge. I wouldn't miss it for the world. There's one thing, though.
What's that, Gildy?
Bronco should be here. He should hear those words first.
Yes, he should. Where could he be?
He could be any place. I guess we had him convinced the baby wouldn't be here today. I wonder if I could find him.
Well, it may not be time, Gildy. If you leave, the baby may come while you're gone.
Yeah, I know. But Marjorie wants him here, and he wants to be here. This is the big moment in both their lives.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It could be a long while yet. I might have time to find him and get back. Don't you think, Judge?
What do you think, Gildy?
I asked you what you thought.
I don't know.
Oh, for goodness sake.
What are you going to do, Gildy?
Well, why am I stalling? Bronco has to be here. Don't leave, Judge. Stay right in this room.
Where are you going, Gildy?
I've got to find that boy.
Well, where are you going to look?
I don't know.
Gosh, I wish I'd stayed up in the tree. We may be missing something.
Leroy, we have to find Bronco. He has to be at the hospital when the baby comes.
What does he have to do, sign for it?
No, Leroy, it's the father's big moment.
Why are we stopping out here in this field?
Leroy, this isn't a field, it's a subdivision.
Yeah?
Bronco was bringing a prospect out here today, and I don't see him.
Let's go back to the hospital, Unc.
No, we have to find Bronco. Say, isn't the car leaning to the left again?
It always leans when you're in it.
That's not what I mean. I think the tire's going flat again. Leroy, watch for a free air sign.
This is getting embarrassing, Unc.
You what?
That makes 3 times you stopped at that filling station for nothing but air.
Well, Leroy, we don't have time to let them change the tire.
You stopping at home?
Yeah, for just a minute. Uh-oh, tire's going down again. Filling stations aren't close enough together. Leroy, man the pump while I go talk to Bertie.
Okay.
Bertie! Yo, Bertie!
You calling Miss Gilsey?
Yes, Bertie. Has Bronco phoned?
No, sir, not yet.
Oh, my goodness, I better phone the hospital.
I just talked to him.
He isn't there?
No, sir.
How is everything?
They say the stock's circling for a landing.
Oop. Leroy, detach the pump. We have to find Bronco. Well, Bronco wasn't at Floyd's barbershop. I don't know where else to look.
How about stopping and asking Mr. Peavy, Unc? There's a parking space.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Leroy. You better see how the tire's holding up. Oop, it isn't. Leroy?
I got the pump. Gosh, Unc, I'm a human gas station.
Now, Leroy, I'm as tired pumping as you are. I'll be back in a minute. Just don't lose any ground.
Okay.
Peavy?
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you?
Peavy, have you seen Bronco?
Yes.
You have?
I saw him just the other day. He was on his way to the post office.
Peavy, he ought to be at the hospital.
Why, is he sick?
No, Peavy. We just took Marjorie there.
Oh, it's the baby.
Yeah, and Bronco's out selling real estate somewhere, and I can't find him.
You don't say.
The father should be there. I don't want Bronco to miss the biggest moment of his life.
Oh, my, no.
I don't want to miss it myself. I'm practically the grandfather, Peavy.
My, this is exciting.
It's too exciting. Yeah, I better call the hospital.
And I'd better call Mrs. Peavy.
Yeah, do you have a nickel, Peavy?
Yes, thank you.
But, Peavy, I want to use the nickel.
I'll give you one in a minute. Mrs. Peavy has looked forward to this day.
Yeah, but...
She's always been very fond of Marjorie.
Peavy, this is important.
I know.
Yeah, I need the phone.
Mrs. Peavy? This is Mr. Peavy.
Oh, my goodness.
Marjorie went to the hospital this morning. Isn't that nice?
Look, Peavy.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve didn't say. I'll ask him. Hold the phone there. Mr. Gildersleeve, is it a boy or a girl?
It isn't here yet, as far as I know.
It isn't here yet, as far as he knows.
Yofer.
What's that, dear? Mr. Gildersleeve didn't say. I'll ask him. Hold the phone. Mr. Gildersleeve, what are they going to name the baby if it's a boy?
Yeah, I don't know, Peavy.
Do you know what they'll name it if it's a girl?
No, Peavy.
He doesn't know.
Peavy, please get off the phone.
Just a second, Mr. Gildersleeve. How's that, dear? Yes, I'll keep you informed. Goodbye. By the way, you haven't seen Bronco, have you?
Yo, brother.
The reason I ask is because I'm trying to help Mr. Gildersleeve.
You big help.
Goodbye, dear. All right, Mr. Gildersleeve, it's your turn, and here's your nickel.
Yeah, thanks, Peavy.
You're very welcome.
You better check with the judge and see if they've located Bronco.
Summerfield Hospital.
The father's room, please. It's urgent.
Naturally. I'll connect you.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on, Judge, answer.
Hello?
Hello, Judge.
No, this is Bronco.
Well, put the judge on. I wanted to see if Bronco... Bronco!
Oh, it's you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bronco, I've been looking all over for you.
I know, Mr. Gildersleeve. I made it.
Has anything happened yet?
No, not yet, Mr. Gildersleeve. But they say... Uh-oh. Miss Milford's calling me.
Here she is. Bronco. Bronco! He's gone. Yeah, I'm going too.
Going to the hospital, Mr. Gildersleeve?
You bet. It's a race between me and the stork, and I'm going to win.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I've got to make it. Those bells. I wonder if they have anything to do with it. Oop. Excuse me, madam. Nurse. Yeah, I'm wanted here in the father's room.
Here he comes, Bronco.
You Judge. Bronco.
Mr. Gildersleeve, guess what?
You what, Bronco? You mean the baby's here?
It's here, Mr. Gildersleeve.
It is? A boy?
No, Mr. Gildersleeve. It's a girl. A wonderful, lovely little girl.
Isn't that marvelous, Gildy?
Well, fine. Little girls are nice. How's Marjorie?
Miss Milford says she's fine. Oh, Marge is the most wonderful girl in the world.
Quiet, Bronco, quiet. You're in the maternity ward.
Oh,
So, little Marjorie's a mother. Yeah, how much does the baby weigh, Bronco?
3 pounds, 15 3/4 ounces.
Just 3 pounds?
And 15 3/4 ounces.
She isn't a large girl, Gildy, but she's perfect.
Naturally.
Well, she'll grow. We'll feed her well.
It all happened just before you came, Gildy, not 2 minutes ago. Too bad you weren't here.
Well,
Mr. Gildersleeve, you'll never know how much I appreciate you chasing around looking for me. If it hadn't been for your message, I wouldn't have made it myself. Oh, I'm a happy father.
Well, I'm a happy grandfather, too. But I'd give $1 million to have heard them say it's a girl.
What'd you say, Gildy?
Oh, nothing, Judge, nothing.
Bronco.
Oh, yes, Miss Milford?
Oh, hello, Throckmorton.
Hello, Catherine.
I have news for both of you from Dr. Macer.
News?
It's a boy.
A boy?
But you said it was a girl.
This one is a boy.
This one? You mean there's another one?
Congratulations.
I'm the father of twins!
Yes, did you hear that? I'm the grandfather of twins.
Oh, I'm so happy. This is a surprise.
Isn't it? The boy weighs 4 pounds, 1.5 ounces.
Twins! 2 of them! I can't believe it.
Yeah, I've got to tell Leroy. He's waiting out in the tree. Leroy!
Yeah?
It's twins.
Are you kidding?
No, a boy and a girl.
Holy smoke, I'm a double uncle.
No, Leroy.
Hold it up to the window.
Oh. You can see him later. Go home and tell Bertie. Look at them. Through the glass. Perfect little babies.
Yeah.
Bronco, those are your children in the nursery. The nurse is holding them up. Just for you.
Hello?
You have to keep them warm for a while. They're little tykes. You wonder which one is the boy. Oh, that one has his mouth open. That must be the girl. Bronco, you're not looking.
Yeah, what?
What's the matter? You feel all right?
Oh, yeah, but I...
Bronco.
Me? Yeah?
You can see Marjorie now.
I can.
We can? Well, come on, let's...
Well, hurry up, Mr. Gildersleeve.
No. You go. I think I'll stay here. Go ahead, my boy.
Where is she, Miss Milford? Which room? How is she? Is she all right?
Yes. She's fine. Right in here.
Oh, thank you. Marge?
Bronco?
Hello, Mother.
Hello, Father.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
They made me stay outside. I couldn't do anything.
You were here?
Sure.
I knew you would be.
We have twins, Bronco.
I know. 2 of them.
Have you seen them?
Sure. Oh, they're cute. The girl looks just like you.
And the boy like you?
I didn't notice.
We didn't think of twins. What'll we name them?
Name them? We'll talk about that later. You better sleep now.
Did I do all right, Bronco?
I'll say you did.
Gildersleeve will be right back. Friends, it's no small thing. I mean, the salad dressing on a salad. Why, most folks agree salad dressing makes the salad. So don't take chances with your salad success. Make your salads taste extra delicious with the salad dressing. Most folks agree tastes just exactly right. Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip tastes so lively, so teasing, and yet it's not a bit too sharp. As a matter of fact, Miracle Whip tastes so delicious, it's been America's favorite salad dressing for years. Try it, won't you? For sure salad success, use the salad dressing millions prefer, the one and only Miracle Whip.
Bertie! Bertie!
I'm coming, Miss Gilsey.
Did you hear about it, Bertie? Did Leroy tell you?
I heard it. We got twins. That's what we got.
Yeah, a little boy and a little girl.
Ain't that something? How's Miss Marjorie?
Yeah, just fine, Bertie, just fine. Yeah, but I'm a wreck. Raced around town all afternoon, pumping up that darn tire. Yeah, last we can all relax.
Speaking of the car, Mr. Gilsey, Mr. Bronco just called from the hospital.
Yeah, what's this?
Miss Marjorie needs a slippers and bed jacket, and I told him you'd bring them over just as soon as you got home.
You, Leroy?
Yeah?
Man the pump. Good night, folks.
Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Dick Crenna, Kathy Lewis, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
What's your favorite sandwich? Hot beef or pork? Cold cuts? Bologna? Liver sausage? Cheese? Well, whatever it is, remember this. If you add a little mustard, you'll add a lot of tang. Yes, a little mustard makes every bite taste better, particularly if it's Kraft's prepared mustard. There are 2 kinds of Kraft mustard, you know. Kraft salad mustard, mild and delicately spiced, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Have both on hand for different tastes, different uses. And remember, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Get Kraft's prepared mustard.
Don't miss The Falcon on this station each Sunday. Check your newspaper for time of broadcast and listen next Sunday as The Falcon solves the case of the practical choker.
You bet your life it's Groucho Marx. Hear him on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Miracle Whip, the salad dressing that's so delicious it's America's favorite. Outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined.
Miracle Whip has a wonderful, lively, teasing flavor, and yet it's not a bit too sharp. It's a flavor most folks call just exactly right. Make your salads taste better than ever with America's favorite salad dressing, delicious Miracle Whip. Last week, the great Gildersleeve's niece, Marjorie, became the mother of twins. Yep, a boy and a girl. Of course, Marjorie and the twins are still in the hospital, but Leroy, Bertie, and the proud water commissioner are happily discussing the wonderful new family.
Yeah, I can't get over it, Bertie. Twins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to come home. They'll do a lot for this house.
They've done a lot for me already.
Yeah, what's this, Leroy?
I've been elected president of my class.
You have?
Ain't that nice?
Yeah. The kids all look up to me because I'm the uncle of twins. No other kid in school can make that statement.
Yeah, I wonder if they've grown any since I saw them this afternoon.
We'll know when Mr. Bronco gets home from the hospital. He'd measure him if they'd let him get behind that glass.
They sure are particular with them. What's the use of having babies if you can't play with them?
Well, you don't play with them right away, my boy. First couple of weeks, you just look at them.
They sure are cute. The minute the nurse held them up for me to look at, I said to myself, now that's something cute.
Yeah, I agree, Bertie.
The little girl looks just like Miss Marjorie.
Well, more like Marjorie's mother, I think.
Yeah? I think she looks like me. As an infant, of course.
Well...
And that little boy, Mr. Gilsleeve, he babies your side of the family, too.
You think so?
Yes, sir. When I look at that little boy, I can just see you.
Yeah, thank you, Bertie. Right, George, I'm going to have a photographer over the minute they can stand the lights. Bertie.
Yes, sir?
What is there about the little boy that reminds you of me?
Well, for one thing, he's got your nose.
I think his nose is more like mine.
Leroy, both babies can't look like you.
Why not? They're twins.
But the boy resembles me. Bertie isn't the first one who noticed it. I noticed it myself.
I know how we can settle it, Unc. When the baby comes home, I'll paint a mustache on him to see if he looks like you.
Leroy, you will not.
Only kidding.
That boy.
Well, Bronco's home.
Oh, hello, folks.
Hi.
Hello, Bronco. How'd you leave Marjorie and the babies?
Oh, they're just fine, Mr. Gildersleeve. What a family.
Yeah, we were just talking about them.
Mr. Bronco, how are you and Miss Marjorie coming on with the names for the babies?
Well, the twins threw us a curve, Bertie. Right now, it's all up in the air.
Yeah, we ought to get that settled right away, Bronco.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Gildersleeve, we've even looked through the telephone book. Do you have any suggestions?
Boy, is he leaving himself wide open.
Well, Bronco, now you understand this is just a suggestion.
Oh, sure.
Since almost everybody thinks the twins look like my side of the family, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give both the boy and girl Gildersleeve names.
Oh?
You mean like Gildersleeve and Gildersleevette? Oh, brother.
No, Leroy, I mean first names.
Oh. Well, then how about naming one of them Leroy?
Are you serious, Leroy?
Sure.
No, Leroy, why don't you run up to bed? I'll handle this. If Bronco's really open to suggestions.
Oh, yes. We haven't decided anything, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, don't you worry about it, Bronco. I'll go see Judge Hooker first thing in the morning and check through some names.
Judge Hooker?
The judge has the family tree under lock and key.
What's the matter? Are we ashamed of it?
Leroy, up to bed. You're right, George. I like good old family names. Yeah, I'll get Judge Hooker to look through the records. He knows more about the family than anybody, being Marjorie's godfather. Yeah, I hope he's in.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Everything's going my way.
Yeah, he's in. Good morning, Horace.
Oh, and a beautiful day to you, Gildy. What brings you to my legal lair this fine morning?
Judge, I want you to get out our family tree.
Why, Gildy? Can't you remember which branch you're swinging from?
Yeah, all right, Horace, all right. I'm looking for suitable family names for Marjorie's twins.
A splendid idea. I have all the family records in the safe. Now, let me see if I can remember the combination.
Yeah, don't you have it written down someplace?
No. I have a way of remembering. I start turning left. 1 for the money. 9 for the show. 6 to make ready. Then open the door.
Oh, my goodness. Sounds like inner sanctum.
Let me see now. I should be able to put my hand right on it.
What a safe. I wouldn't put my hand in there for love nor money. Judge, why do you have a shoebox in your safe?
That contains my fig bar coupons from the health store, Gildy.
Oh?
500 more and I get a folding card table.
Wee, hush, that's a lot of figs, Judge.
Yeah, but I like 'em. Those documents are here someplace.
Oop, what jumped out? A mouse?
No, Gildy, no. That's my curl. They were cut off when I was 7.
An old goat with mouse-colored curls.
Here we are, Gildy. 7 generations of names for you to pick from.
Well, thank you, Judge. I want to take this along to Marjorie at the hospital. We'll find a couple of suitable names for the twins.
You mean you're naming both of them for your side of the family, Gildy?
Why not, Judge?
What about the father's family, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson?
Well, Mr. Thompson's so absent-minded he can't remember his own name. He won't care if I pick them.
I see. What about Mrs. Thompson?
Mrs. Thompson?
If I know Mrs. Thompson, Gildy, she won't stand idly by while you name her grandchildren.
Well, that's right, Judge, but before she knows what's going on, Marjorie and I'll pick out 2 fine names.
Well, it could be easier said than done, Gildy.
Yeah, you just leave it to me, Judge. You just lock your safe before somebody steals your curl. George, this is a fine maternity ward. Nice and sunny. Hello, Miss Faulkner. All the nurses know me now. It's 302. This is Marjorie's room. But I thought to bring those snapdragons. Marjorie, it's your old uncle.
Oh, come in, Uncle Mort.
Yeah, thank you. Well, sitting up. You look lovely, my dear.
Oh, I feel wonderful. I'm so anxious to take the babies home.
Well, we're anxious to have you home. How are the twins?
Oh, they're fine.
Great. Oh, almost forgot. Snapdragons.
Oh, thank you, Unky. They're lovely.
You have a little vase I can put them in?
Well, I'll have the nurse attend to it later. Just put them over there with the others.
The others?
Mrs. Thompson brought the basket of American beauties.
She did? Eep. I'd better work fast. Marjorie.
Yes, Unky?
I thought we might decide on names for the babies this morning.
Oh, that's a coincidence. Mrs. Thompson had the same idea.
Yo.
She and Mr. Thompson just left.
I hope she didn't talk you into anything, Marjorie. You know how Bronco's mother is. She wants to run the whole show.
Oh, now, Unky, I thought you and Mother Thompson would get along better after the stork came.
It'll take more than a stork to make me get along with an old crow.
She's a very nice woman.
Sure. If you don't let her tell you what to name the babies. I'm closer to you than she is, but I wouldn't try to influence you. And by the way, I brought you the Gildersleeve family tree.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Mort. Put it on the table with the other one.
The other one?
Oh, Mrs. Thompson brought hers when she brought the roses.
Oh, my goodness. Pushy in-laws.
Now, Unky.
Well, Marjorie, if I see Mrs. Thompson, I'm afraid I'll have to be firm about this. The twins resemble our side of the family, and they should have our names.
Well, let's not make it a problem.
Oh, no, I won't. Yeah, I'd never go down and see the twins. Their little Gildersleeve faces might suggest names to me.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta, my dear. Gildersleeve, you're smooth. You've got Marjorie and Bronco on your side. Now your only obstacle is Mrs. Thompson. Oop, there she is. She and her foggy husband. Better sneak back around the corner before they see me.
Mr. Gildersleeve?
Trapped. Hello, Mrs. Thompson.
Were you sneaking around the corner, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, tiptoeing. You're supposed to be quiet in the hospital, you know. Hello, Mr. Thompson.
Hello. Who is this fellow, Martha?
Why, Edward, it's Mr. Gildersleeve, Marjorie's uncle.
Oh, I remember now.
What a memory.
Gildersleeve, how is Marjorie?
Edward, we just left Marjorie. She's fine.
Oh, yes. Gildersleeve, Marjorie's going to have a baby.
Good heavens.
Mr. Thompson, in case you haven't heard.
We're waiting to see some babies now. They hold them up on the other side of this glass.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Thompson.
Oh, here comes the nurse with the babies now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the little darlings. Oh, aren't they cunning?
Cute.
Two of them. Say, I wonder if they're twins.
Edward, they're Marjorie's and Bronco's twins.
Already? Things happen fast, don't they? Only a moment ago we saw Marjorie up on the third floor.
Quiet, Edward.
Oh, yes, baby.
Look at the little rascals. Kicking at the blankets.
Hello, children.
Please, Mrs. Thompson, you're going to make them cry. The one that looks like me is clouding up.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't see how you can possibly say one of these adorable children looks like you.
For your information, Mrs. Thompson, everyone says both babies resemble our side of the family.
Mr. Gildersleeve, how ridiculous can you be? Why, this little girl is the image of me and should be named Martha.
Please, that's the little boy. And he looks like me.
Well, that's strange. They're our grandchildren, Gildersleeve.
Well, they're mine, too. And they're going to have Gildersleeve names.
Well, we'll see about that.
Where do we go to see about it?
This is going to be harder than I thought.
Great Gildersleeve returns in a moment. Now, I don't have to tell you homemakers how hard it is to come by an idea for a luncheon main dish that's easy, delicious, and different. So I think you'll be interested in this idea for wonderful crab meat rolls. All you do is mix crab meat, diced celery, and chopped hard-cooked eggs together with Miracle Whip salad dressing. Then just cut slices from the tops of the hard rolls, scoop out part of the centers, and stuff those crispy rolls with your delicious crab meat salad. They're wonderful. And just the thing for those party lunches you have to plan now and then. And so they'll be at their delicious best. Be sure you make them with Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip has a flavor that's neither too sharp nor too mild. It's a grand, peppy flavor that millions of folks call just exactly right. And it's a truly different flavor, because Miracle Whip is actually a different kind of salad dressing. It's made from a secret Kraft recipe that combines the best qualities of old-fashioned boiled dressing and fine mayonnaise. And delicious Miracle Whip is mixed a special Kraft way, so it's smooth as smooth can be. No wonder Miracle Whip is America's favorite salad dressing. Enjoy it on your salads, whether they're meat or fish combinations, colorful vegetable salads, or shimmering gelatin molds. You'll enjoy your salads more with the one and only Miracle Whip. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. He's having a little trouble getting Marjorie's twins named after his side of the family. Bronco's mother, Mrs. Thompson, has some pretty definite ideas on the subject, too. And when an irresistible force like the water commissioner meets an immovable object like Mrs. Thompson, something has to give.
Right, George, I won't give an inch. Hello, Peavy.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
I don't know.
Coke? Cigars?
Peavy, I'm so hot under the collar I don't need cigars to smoke.
Don't you?
Having trouble with Marjorie's in-laws, Peavy.
That's new?
Well, it's a new kind of trouble. Mrs. Thompson is trying to tell me what to name Marjorie's baby.
I bet you're not going to let her get away with that.
Not if I can help it. She's used to having her way. What do you think I should do, Petey?
Well, you're the water commissioner. You can turn off her water.
No, Petey. I guess I'll just have to battle it out with her.
Mr. Gildersleeve, there's an old saying, nothing attracts bees like a little honey.
Peavy, I'm not attracting bees. I'm arguing nose to nose with a hornet.
Well, it even pays to be nice to a hornet. I recall a disagreement Mrs. Peavy and I had about naming a baby.
Yo?
Mrs. Peavy's sister's child. I wanted to call the lad Quincy. It's my middle name.
I always wondered what the Q stood for.
Yeah, that's it, Quincy. Mrs. Peavy, on the other hand, wanted to name the boy after her great-grandfather.
What was his name, Peavy?
Loot.
Loot?
So I made quite a point of catering to Mrs. Peavy to get my way, and she was so impressed she insisted we name the boy Quincy. That's my middle name.
Yeah, I know, Peavy.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I have an idea for you.
About a name?
Our family never did use Loot. When you have twins, you could call the boy Loot and the girl Flute.
Peavy, you're not serious.
Well, they're musical names.
Peavy, that's the silliest suggestion I ever heard.
Well, you don't have to take it. I guess you'd like to name the boy Throckmorton.
Well, they could do worse.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, my goodness. Peavy's a pretty shrewd campaigner. Yeah, I think I'll take his advice and play up to Mrs. Thompson. I might even invite her over for dinner.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy.
Want to pass the football?
No, not now, my boy. I want to phone Mrs. Thompson.
You want to phone Mrs. Thompson?
Of course, Leroy. I want her to come to dinner.
You want her to come to dinner?
Yes. It's been much too long since Mr. and Mrs. Thompson have been to our house for a pleasant evening.
That's a pleasant evening.
Leroy, go outside and kick your football.
I want to hear you invite Mrs. Thompson.
Leroy.
I'm going. What a character.
And a shrewd character, too. I'll get her over here, hand out a little fried chicken and flattery, and win her over. You've got to know how to handle women.
Martha, there's the phone. Shall I take it?
No, I think I'd better, Edward. Hello?
Mrs. Thompson, this is Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
Oh.
Since I saw you this morning, I've been thinking.
And so have I.
I want to invite you and Mr. Thompson over for dinner tomorrow evening. Fried chicken.
Why, I don't know what to say, Mr. Gildersleeve. This is very nice of you.
Yeah, glad you think so. May we expect you? Say around 7-ish? Or 7-ish 30?
Well, I suppose you may. Yes, you may.
Yeah, good.
Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thank you for coming, Mrs. Thompson. Ta-ta!
Goodbye.
Who was it, Martha?
Mr. Gildersleeve. You remember him. He's Marjorie's uncle.
Oh, of course. She's the one who's married to our son, Bronco.
Yes. Mr. Gildersleeve wants us to come to dinner tomorrow night, and I want to go.
You want to go?
Yes, Edward. And I think the new twins will be given names from our side of the family.
Martha, at times I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve is such an egotistical man. I think a little flattery will win him over.
I thought we were going over there.
We are. Yes, tomorrow night. And I'll set a trap for that big water buffalo.
Trap a buffalo? But, Martha, I thought we were going to Gildersleeve's for dinner.
Oh, good heavens.
looks nice tonight, Bertie.
Thank you, sir.
How's the chicken coming?
Okay. I put the wings and necks back in the refrigerator like you said.
Yeah, good.
We're serving the Thompsons nothing but the choice pieces.
Yeah, that's the idea, Bertie.
Mr. Gillsleeve, why are the Thompsons getting all the choice pieces?
Well, I've decided we ought to be more congenial now that the twins are here.
Yes, sir.
And they still haven't been named, you know.
No, sir.
After a good dinner, when we're all contented and happy, we may get around to choosing names.
Yes, sir. Pretty hard to bite the hand that just fed you.
No, Bertie. I'm not trying to influence anybody unduly.
No, sir.
It's not up to me to name Marjorie's twins.
No, sir.
It isn't up to Mrs. Thompson either.
No, sir.
Of course, I have ideas about it.
Yes, sir.
And so does Mrs. Thompson.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll see if we can't get together after dinner.
Yes, sir. And it's pretty hard to bite the hand that just fed you.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder if Mrs. Thompson is as smart as Bertie.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Good evening, Bronco.
What's in the box on the piano?
Oh, that's a corsage. I thought I'd pin it on your mother when she comes over.
You bought a corsage for Mother?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Gildersleeve, do you feel all right?
Never better. Bronco, after dinner, do you think we could ask your mother to play the piano and sing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want Mrs. Thompson to enjoy the evening. Mr. Thompson, too. Oh, there they are. Better slip on my coat and welcome them. Hey, where's Leroy?
He's up putting on a tie like you told him.
Oh, yes. Coming!
Good evening, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, come right in.
Hello, Gildersleeve.
Bronco, your parents are here.
Oh, hello, Mother. Dad. Hello. Here, Mother, let me
How are
take your coat.
Yeah, Bronco, you take your father's coat. I'll help Mrs. Thompson out of hers.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve. You're always such a gentleman.
Yeah, thank you. And I have something here for a very lovely lady.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yep, a corsage.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, beauty deserves the beautiful, I always say.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I'm in.
Oh, I have something for you, too.
Oh?
Edward, give dear Mr. Gildersleeve my cigars.
Oh, yes. Gildersleeve, a box of cigars. Smokes for the smoker.
Thank you. I wonder if they're loaded.
Well, let's everybody sit down.
Yeah, here's Mother Thompson. You sit here with me.
Thank you.
Well, it certainly is nice to see the two families together. Yes, isn't it? When are we going to argue about naming the baby?
Please, Mrs. Thompson. I didn't think we discussed that until after we'd eaten some chicken. Yeah, I mean...
Well, after all, there isn't much to talk about.
There isn't?
Gildersleeve, Martha says it's decided.
No, wait a minute. I have something to say about this.
But Gildersleeve, Martha gave you cigars.
Well, I gave her a corsage.
Mr. Gildersleeve, if you're trying to bribe me, you can have the corsage back.
Bribe you? Me? No, Mrs. Thompson. You didn't bring me a box of cigars because you're fond of me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you're just trying to get me to let you name the twins, that's all.
I thought we weren't going to talk about names until after chicken.
Edward, you stay out of this.
Yes, Mother. Now, wait a minute, Mother.
You stay out of it too, Bronco. Now, you listen to me, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I had the floor, Mrs. Thompson.
I will not stay out of it.
Bronco.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I've stood by as long as I can. Whose twins are these, anyway?
Whose twins? Well...
Marge and I know you both mean well, and we've looked over both family trees.
Oh? What did you think of them?
Some very funny names. Now Marge and I are taking over. We've given a lot of thought to naming our babies, and we've got news for you.
You have?
What are you going to name them, Bronco?
We don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
But we'll make the final decisions, and thank you very much.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right, Bronco.
Yes, perhaps we were meddling, son.
My arms, Mrs. Thompson.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yes, let's eat chicken. Then we can argue about naming the baby.
We will not.
The Great Gildersleeve will be right back. You good cooks know that tomatoes stuffed with chicken salad is probably not a new idea, but it's still a good one. And if you want to make it extra good, just make your chicken salad with Miracle Whip salad dressing, because Miracle Whip has such a wonderful flavor, lively and teasing, peppy, and yet not a bit too sharp. It's a flavor that's just exactly right. And it's a different flavor, one you won't find in any other salad dressing. Get a jar tomorrow and make your salads taste extra delicious with the one and only Miracle Whip.
This is Gildersleeve again, folks. We're having a dickens of a time naming those twins, aren't we? But I have an idea. A real good one. You'll hear all about it next week. And now, before we go, I'd like to take just a moment to remind you that next week is National 4-H Club Week. Last year, nearly 2 million young people all over America participated in 4-H Club work. You know what they did? Well, just listen to this. 4-H Club members last year raised 100,000 acres of garden products. And that's a lot of vegetables. You know how many head of livestock they raised? 1 million. They put up frozen food, too, 3 million pounds of it. And that's only the beginning. You know, I tell you, 4-H Club work isn't all turnips and beans. No, sir. These young people are learning to take their places as capable citizens in the homes, the communities, and the world of tomorrow. By George, let's all get behind the 4-H clubs and keep them growing. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by Paul West, John Elliott, and Andy White, with music by Robert Armbruster. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Dick Crenna, Herb Butterfield, Isabel Randolph, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of those famous Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday. The Great Gildersleeve will have great news for you.
Here's a thrifty secret for making economy meals come to life. Next time you serve cold meat, sandwiches, or leftovers, don't forget the mustard. For when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Every bite tastes better. And the mustard to add is Kraft's prepared mustard. There are two kinds, you know. Kraft salad mustard, mild and delicately spiced, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Have both on hand for different tastes, different uses. And remember, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Get Kraft's prepared mustard.
Hear the Falcon every Sunday over this station. Check your newspaper for time of broadcast and listen next Sunday as the Falcon solves the case of the gangster's girl.
You bet your life it's Groucho Marx. Hear him on NBC.